Deep fly ball, a drive to center field. That'll get over the head of Robinson and all the way to the fence.
Lorbeck drives the lane, puts it up, right-hand lane, gets it to fall. He'll go to line for one more.
Very nice take by Zach Lorbeck.
Trying to go around Engel. He stones him far side.
Point blank on Engel again, and he stops him.
Shotgun snap, Engel looking left, now looking right. Throw far side, throws a fade up for grabs. Hunter Beechler, far side, pile on. He comes down with it. Touchdown, Bayport Pirates. Line and ball into left field, and that'll go all the way to the fence. Coming in to score will be Hilbert.
Feed it in. Matty Ray, a right-hand lay in and down.
Great steal by Ray. Jerks with a nice lob over the top.
Four skates to the near side circle, looking for some time. One timer to Martin Suna. Knock off the water bottle. It's a one-timer and a goal, and the Pirates, they extend their lead.
He takes a swing at it. He'll send that one deep to right, and looks like that one's going to be a walk-off grand slam for Joe Byer.
Swinging a fly ball to center field.
It's over!
And that's it!
The Pirates win it!
Good evening and welcome out to a soggy Bayport High School as the rain continues to fall here in Suamico as we have week 3 and the conference season is upon us here in the WIAA football season. Week 3 as Sheboygan North Golden Raiders and the Bayport Pirates. Good evening and welcome out. Chris Learman with you here, joined by Mike Frieder, as we're going to try to stay dry in the press box. And on the field, maybe things will clear up for a little bit, but we're going to have a chance of rain throughout the entire night.
Well, sooner or later it'll stop raining, Chris. It's just the question is, will it be while the game's going on? And you've wanted to open up the windows, and I put the kibosh to that. It's just raining straight out of the east to west, if you know how Bayport's field lays out. And so if you watch the camera tonight, might get a little precipitation on the camera tonight, but we're playing football. And it's week 3 of the season. Bayport comes into tonight's game 2-0. They got 2 victories, a big victory over Middleton, 26-14, where they came back in the second half to get that victory. And then last week, it took them 2 days to beat Notre Dame as they beat them 28-14. You remember that game last week, Friday night? 2 lightning delays, and we went home and then came back the next morning at 10 o'clock and finished up, and Bayport beats Notre Dame 28-0. Sheboygan North comes in at 0-2. They have yet to score a point. They lost 29-0 against Plymouth and 9-0 against West Bend East. So on paper, this game looks like a victory for the Pirates. However, they're not going to play it on paper, and right now, Sheboygan North might want to play it on paper. But they're going to play it on the field tonight. And nice part about turf, it doesn't get muddy out there. And so it'll be a little bit wet and rainy. It feels like fall football's back once again, and that's always a good feeling too. And so it's Bayport 2-0 versus Sheboygan North 0-2.
Yeah, how would you like to be a home game for South tonight, a home game for Preble? A couple of grass fields.
Yeah, well, they might get a little muddy. That's all I can say. Used to be that's all we did was play on grass. And if you remember, this stadium did not drain real well. And if you had a game like this, it pretty much wrecked the field for the rest of the year, even though it was kept up very well. The field didn't drain very well, just like the baseball field at that time. And now with turf baseball, turf softball, and the football field, and lacrosse and soccer field, you get quite an outstanding facility at Bayport. So, hey, Chris, I see the captains.
Okay, well, we're going to step aside, take a break. We'll sit down with Coach Westerman from just a few moments ago, and you keep your eye on that. We'll
got it.
Continue with the Vandervest Harley-Davidson pregame show after this. You're listening to Bayport Pirate Football.
If a training run turns into a sprained ankle or spring yard work stresses out your shoulder, go to the Acute Injury Clinic at Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialist. It's not urgent care. It's not the ER. It's the same-day orthopedic care directly from an orthopedic physician, and no appointment is needed. The Acute Injury Clinic at OSMS is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., located at 2223 Lime Kiln Road in Green Bay. Learn more at osmsgb.com.
Honey, isn't it the sacrifice, the dedication, the grit? I mean, they really set an example, don't they?
Oh, well, no question. Today's high school athletes are truly special.
Not the athletes.
Who?
The officials.
Oh.
Today's student athletes are truly special. But there's something pretty great about the men and women who officiate their games, too. Like the way they're giving back to their communities. Officiating is a terrific way to stay in shape, meet new people, and stay connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason of all? We need more qualified high school officials here in Wisconsin. And without them, the rest of us would have a whole lot less to cheer about. High school games need officials. High school sports need you.
Great call, Ralph.
Yeah.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
We continue the Vandervest pregame show, and we sit down with Pirate head coach Gary Westerman. And Coach, just looking back at last week and what you have with a Notre Dame team in a game that obviously is spread over 2 days. Just talk about that, just the oddity of that, and something that I assume that you've never had before.
Yeah, I've never had that before. I mean, I'm really impressed with the way our team played. You know, I think we struggled a little bit on defense early, but we doubled them up in yards. I mean, our time of possession was incredible. You know, and I think if we finished that one play in the end zone, maybe we just call the game right there at, you know, whatever it was. So 28-7. So anyway, just Notre Dame always plays us really tough. Everything laid out perfect for them, quite honestly. I mean, we started to wear them out quite a bit, and they were able to come back the next day and go ahead and play. So, but our team dealt with adversity. We gave up a score right away, but then answered with a 10-minute drive to, you know, really seal the game. So.
Yeah, talk about that. 10:06, you guys drive to go up by 2 scores for your last touchdown. Something that we see you in games in years past where you go Pirate Packers, run the clock. Just talk about something that could take away against a team that's trying to stop you.
Yeah, and we got behind the sticks a couple times. We converted a big 4th down deep in our own territory. That was huge, but I just felt like we needed some momentum going. We couldn't punt it there and run the risk of, you know, them busting a big play or something and being in a tie ball game. So, you know, we didn't have any negative runs really on the night, so I felt really good about the call. And, you know, yeah, I mean, a 10-minute drive, we kept our defense off the field. We were shorthanded for a variety of reasons on defense and have been. You know, so just Notre Dame's a better team than you think. You know, they're 0-2, but they're going to make a lot of noise in Division III once the playoffs start if they can stay healthy. So, quality win, and, you know, back-to-back weeks, quality wins against really good opponents.
And lastly, Coach, yeah, you talk about that. A Notre Dame team that's going to be good. You played a Middleton team that's really big and physical. Played 2 good teams to get the year started, and your team's been able to see good production. I thought Cole played really well last week at quarterback. No balls hit the turf. You get production. Tommy Hall comes off of ACL, misses an entire year. He gets a touchdown. Talk about stuff like that.
Yeah, Tommy was disappointed week 1 he didn't play, and you don't go into a game thinking you're not going to play a kid, you know, without telling him, so that wasn't the intent. You know, but he really bounced back, had a great week of practice, and, you know, I've never had an ACL, you know, but you can just tell, you know, kids when they come back, they're tentative, and he's starting to get his feet underneath him, which is really helpful. We got a number of kids who can play there, you know, but we want him to, you know, take a chunk of the reps there, and he needs to continue to do so. And then, you know, Cole Benson just continues to get better and better and better, and so we're just really thrilled to have him, and, you know, as have all our kids. You know, I think we played better from week 1 to week 2, so, and that's always the goal.
All right, best of luck tonight, Coach. Make that jump in week 3.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris.
Again, we continue the pregame show after this. You're listening to Bayport Pirate Football.
Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill. Zesty's, serving up a full food and frozen custard menu. Now open right across from Bayport High School at 2639 Lineville Road. Offering a different flavor of the day, each day 11 until 9. Try their weekly special baskets or enjoy some of Zesty's awesome, fresh, frozen custard. Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill, the finest frozen custard in town.
Townline Pub and Grill. Looking for a place to grab some food? Stop at Townline. Taste the mouth-watering burgers, gourmet pizza, and endless appetizers, offering a casual atmosphere and a lively feel. Why not stop in on the way to the game? Grab a bite to eat after the game, too. A night out, a group gathering after a sporting event, or even a birthday. We want to thank you for your patronage. Townline, where the people come for the food and stay for the fun.
Hey, let's be honest. You know how it is. If you're a sports fan, there is no such thing as too much sports information. Well, that's just one of the reasons to follow Voice of BP on Twitter. We're talking live tweeting every Bayport broadcast. Don't stop there. Like us on Facebook, because when it comes to Pirate sports, the more ways to get it, the better.
Tonight's Bayport football broadcast proudly supported by Zesty's Frozen Custard Grill, the finest frozen custard in town. The Press Times, your local paper and online source for Pirate Athletics. By Bell & Health, Titletown, Sports Medicine, and Orthopedics. By Town Line and Pub and Grill, Team Apparel and Specialties. By Synergy Sports Performance and Doozy Sports Club. By Vandervest Harley-Davidson. Advanced Digital. By Bayport Hockey Boosters. Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialists of Green Bay. By Gallagher's Pizza, Italian food, and Irish spirit. And by members of the NEW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club. Chris Learman and Mike Frieder with you here as they honor the state runner-up baseball team at midfield here from Bayport High School. That's halftime. We're going to have Theo Zeidler and Harvey Knudsen, head coach, up here at the half.
Should be a lot of fun having those two up here. Saw Coach Knudsen and Theo today. We didn't even talk about it, so it should be interesting. And I got to talk to Eric and Tyler because I just heard that interview with Westy. He's got no ACLs. That's what he said. So obviously, I didn't know that. I thought we all had our own, and so a great interview with Coach Westerman there. We're approaching 2 minutes left here before this kickoff between Bayport and Sheboygan North coming to this game. Like we said earlier, looks like Bayport is a prohibited favorite. However, you still have to play the football game. North has not scored a point yet this year, losing 29-0 and 9-0 last weekend. Bayport will be without Jaden Montgomery and Nick Berry once again. Jaden thought, as of earlier today, he told me maybe 2 series, Mr. Frieder, and I was hoping to see him out here. But with the conditions, we'll save him for next week as we will travel to West De Pere to take on the Phantoms, and we haven't played them in a long time.
When do you think the last time was?
Probably 11 years ago.
Over that.
Okay, then it's 12 years ago.
Over that.
14.
A little higher.
16.
15 years ago.
Okay, 15. I got it. 15 years ago. So Russ Gerke, principal over there, good friend of mine, great person, and be great to go take on the Phantoms. Always a very good football club. But tonight, it's Sheboygan North versus Bayport in a rainy night here at Bayport High School. We hope it calms down here a little bit so we can open up the windows. Well, we could open up the windows now. We just get a little bit wet. And so now if you are listening at home, we'll remove our headsets and our hats for the singing of our national anthem.
Tonight singing the national anthem is your friendly public address announcer, Troy Frisk. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare upon bursting in it gave proof through the night that a flame was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
From Bayport High School, it's week 3 of the WIAA fall football season. Chris and Mike on a Friday night.
Chris, I've got to tell you, I purposely focused on the captains coming out to midfield. I did not take my eyes off of it. I cannot tell you who won the flip. I must have. My attention
was on the ACLs.
Well, yes, when Westy said he has no ACLs, I'm like, what do you mean he's got no ACLs? Threw me off. So I have no idea who'll be kicking or who'll be receiving, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to have some fun tonight from Bayport High School. Got the first week of school in.
Yes.
Yeah, 1,918 students in the hallways of Bayport, and a lot of fun, a lot of energy. And so it should be a good one here from Bayport. Bayport will start with the starting offensive lineup.
Tonight's starting line is presented by Zesty's Frozen Custard Grill. Zesty's serving up a full food and frozen custard menu across from Bayport High School.
What's the flavor of this here, Chris?
Flavor of the day today is escaping me, actually. Salted caramel swirl.
Ooh.
There's a caramel. Caramel,
Caramel, whatever it is, it sounds darn good.
It's good.
It is good.
Zesty's Frozen Custard Grill, the finest frozen custard in town. We've done the D-backs, we've done the D-line. Tonight we focus on the linebacking core. Mike, what do we got?
The linebacking core, the sophomore, 5'11", 215, number 3, Tevin Montgomery. And then you have senior linebacker, 195 pounds, 5'10", Keegan Severson. And another sophomore, 6'3", 200 pounds, Landon Gauthier. And junior, 220 pounds, 6'2", Joe Azur. So our linebackers are Montgomery, Severson, Gauthier, and Azur. 3 underclassmen, Chris, and the senior leadership of Keegan Severson. Other games around the FRCC tonight, Chris?
We have a few. North and South, remember, we're split up in 2, and this is the first official week of conference, so nothing mattered up until this point. Tonight is West De Pere at Ashwaubenon.
I'll take a West De Pere in that.
I was ready to take West De Pere against you. De Pere at Southwest.
I'll take the Redbird.
I'll take a running clock. Pulaski at Preble, running clock.
Take running clock.
On grass, Pulaski's run game. Ooh. That could get real ugly. Menasha is at West. Welcome to the FRCC.
Green Bay West.
Well, Menasha, too. You play.
Right.
Yikes. Notre Dame is at East. That'll be bad. Manitowoc at South. That might be the best game tonight.
That probably is the best game tonight.
And? Manitowoc or South?
I will take my alma mater, Manitowoc Lincoln.
I am going to take the Shipbuilders as well. So the North and the South in the conference. There is only across the entire North division, 2 teams are undefeated.
Yeah, the non-conference schedule for both of the sides of the FRCC did not bode well.
No. Travis Wilson made note of that.
Yes, he did. I think 3 wins, 2 of them by the Pirates. Now, it's not really fair when we get more. Not really fair when you're playing another team from your conference in a non-conference game. Then one of the conference teams has to lose. But Travis Wilson can say what he wants to. It's Twitter. And so the Pirates looks like they're going to receive tonight. I'm guessing that they lost the toss and deferred, and I'm guessing who knows what happened. I don't have any idea. I didn't watch it.
So let us know where you might be listening from at Voice of BP on Twitter.
We got to bring the A game tonight, Chris, because a lot of people at home tonight listen.
Yes.
Not that we don't bring the A game every night.
Fair weather fans, quite literally tonight. T. Bix didn't make it out in the rain, but Tyler is out there.
T called me earlier, about an hour ago, I bet. T just didn't answer that one. Was a little busy, so talked to T the other night on the phone. Here we go.
Pirates to receive, and the kick will be carried to the near side, or it's taken out of the air by Sam Barry, and he's pushed out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Bayport will come out 11:57. First quarter, Pirate ball.
Cole Benson to lead Bayport, as you mentioned, Chris. I think in the interview with Coach Westerman, the ball did not hit the ground last week for Cole, as he was perfect except for I'll call it a pseudo interception in the end zone. Which
that was a throw by Forsteck, basically.
Was. And here comes Cole. Cole's gained a lot of confidence. I see him in the hallway a couple times this week. And great young man. He brings the Pirates up to the line for the first play in tonight's game.
Benson in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Sam Brighton, the fullback in the formation. He'll shift to the left side of the line. Bring O'Connell in motion. He'll go behind the quarterback. Then a speed option to the left side. Pitch it out to 19. He's going to try to get the edge. Across the 35. Gets outside the numbers. 40. Pushed out of bounds. A gain of 13 on the first down carry of tonight's game. And Bayport off and running.
Cooper O'Connell, who we saw in that first game a number of times, really impressive. Not so much last week, but Cooper with a little run behind Cole, then go the other way. Cole, a little speed option, pitches to Cooper. And it's a first down for the Pirates after about a 14-yard gain.
from the 43-yard line. Bayport already approaching the midfield marker. And it's speed option right. Pitch it out. It'll be Tommy Hall. It's going to make a tough grab off his hands. Gets across the 45 up to the 46. Gain of 3.5 yards. Oh, now the windows can open up, Mike, huh?
Well, it's not raining, so that would work.
It is.
If they do open
it
up.
It is raining.
I don't know exactly. I'm good, though.
I think you can't get the window open.
I can't get the window open.
Second down, 7 yards for the Bayport offense. 1 minute gone by here from Bayport High School. Overcast, raining through warm-ups and currently. 4 down line for the North defense. Tommy Hall off the left side, pushing forward, bounces across midfield, up across the first down to gain. Down inside the 47 to the 48 to the 47. Picks up 8 on 2nd and 7. Move the sticks, 1st and 10.
Tommy continues where he left off last week. Had a chance to email Rob Hall a few times this week, congratulating him on his son's outstanding performance last week against Notre Dame. Like you said, Chris, coming off an ACL surgery, did a great job on that first play as he grabbed that tough pitch by Benson. It's first down Pirates.
Jed Bradley up in the UP as he watches along with us. Bayport from the 47 of Sheboygan North. Benson play action, roll out to the near side, thrown in the flat, and Brighter's got inside the 40. Blocker in front of Sam Barry, tripped up inside the 35. Brighter on a reception of 16 yards down to the 31-yard line. And the fullback getting in on the action.
That's a play that really hasn't been that effective for the Pirates over the last 2 years, so it's good to see that one getting going as Cole Benson hits a wide-open Brighter, another first down for the Pirates.
Pirates on the opening drive started at their own 30-yard line. Benson now 1 for 1 passing the ball. Pirates have ran the ball 4 different times. As they send Barry in motion, they'll pitch it to him on the jet sweep pass. Barry with blockers in front, gets inside the 25-20. Still blockers at the 15, outside the numbers 10. Pushed out of bounds near the 5-yard line. Sam Barry 26-25, somewhere in that vicinity. And his officially a pass reception. He had 8 of those a week ago.
Window is now open. Sam Barry's got a little different gear on him, and we saw that in game 1 against Middleton when he really made a difference in that second half. The crowd's on their feet. It's USA is the theme tonight, Chris, and the Pirates are moving it 1st and goal from the Sheboygan North 6, and we have a timeout by the referee, and now he counts players. And
bring a man in motion for Benson. Head off to Hall up the middle. Tommy's going to get inside the 5 and taken down at the 3-yard line. A gain of 3. 9:20 clock moving here in the game's opening possession. Dennis DeBush up in Crivets said it is starting to get dry up there. They are not getting this rain.
Well, they must have got the rain if it's starting to get dry there. Correct? That would mean it's wet.
They could use rain, he said.
They could use, starting to get dry overall.
Correct.
Wow,
yes.
I gotcha.
I guess I was confused then.
Cole Benson has not carried it yet tonight. Tevin Montgomery in the game.
Tevin 2 yards behind his QB. Bayport sophomore is going to get a little direction from the junior. And Benson to take the snap, hand it off to Tevin. Straight up the middle, plunging into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayport Pirates. A touchdown drive, 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Bayport goes 70 yards, and it's capped off 3 yards from Tevin. So Bayport an early start. Hey, Kylie Schutte home for the weekend.
Kylie, a great softball player for us.
Home from Mankato.
I was going to say that.
Stacy Baines from the couch tonight. It's a lot drier on the couch.
Well, she's probably a little tired. 3 days of work in this week. And so Stacy teaches psychology for us here at Bayport High School. And back at it this week.
Extra point is up, and it is good. 7-0 Bayport. 8:41 to go in the opening quarter of action. As we will try to get to the Facebook comments, if you might be out there following along with us. It is quite dark out here.
But we have lights.
I turned the lights on in the press box.
Yeah, you did that last time, and we got bombarded by mosquitoes, Chris. Not a lot of skeeters out tonight, I don't think, though.
Dan Hebel watching along. Don Barrett. Grandma Naniat watching along.
Say hello to Grandma tonight. Outstanding.
Mike Nickerson. Pulaski's on the road. He can watch along with us. We'll be there at week 6, Mike, which, after talking with Scott Vincey today, I believe may have some big implications in the FRCC standings.
Definitely think that could be the case.
But that's 3 weeks away after today.
You got to win everyone, Chris.
Yep. 7-0 Pirates lead here in the opening quarter of action. 8:41 to go. And a Sheboygan North team that has a goose egg in 2 games so far. See if this holds up.
Bayport made that look easy. Only 1 second down play on that drive. Bayport's defense, Chris, has been impressive this year.
It's gotten better at times.
Coach Krause does an excellent job with that group.
He gave me a hard time last Saturday.
I heard that. That's why we're buttering him up right now, Chris.
Azure with the end over end, sending back a North return man from his own 4, straight up the hash. Cut right, across the 20, 25. One man in front, gets through an arm tackle, and up across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Nice return.
Good return on that play by Sheboygan North as they take over here for their first drive of the day, down 7-0.
Sheboygan North on offense. 8:32, they'll take over. From their own 31-yard line. Wing on the right side is going to come in motion. Tudis, speed option right, and he'll be taken down by Sawyer Stimson for a big TFL right away on first down.
Sawyer definitely leads the team in TFLs, probably 6 or 7. And that play had no chance of going anywhere, as now it's double sticks or behind the sticks, as Coach Westerman says. And it's 2nd and 13 for Sheboygan North.
John Weber watching out on the deck. Good to get outside. As long as the Skeeters stay away, it'll be a good night.
John Weber, huge athletic supporter of Bayport High School. Great guy. Him and his wife, Colleen. 3 children, all graduates of Bayport.
Wing brings in motion, handoff to left side, and a hit in the backfield. And the first 2 is Bayport's 32, Gavin Severson.
Gavin's had a nice year, making a lot of tackles. He's a safety that plays like a linebacker. He's 200 pounds.
The Seversons gone last Saturday.
They had a wedding to go to.
Out in Colorado, they jumped on a plane early in the morning. Oh, that's
Bayport
right.
student section rocking it here despite the weather. A lot of them in attendance tonight.
3rd and 12 for the Sheboygan North offense. Maybe their first pass of the evening. Tudis looking for the hard count, and the fullback will jump. And we will see who they get this on. Bayport's left end actually came across.
3rd and 18, Chris.
But they're going to back him up 5 yards. Anyways.
Little flinch by the tailback there. Pirate fans with the original "You Can't Do That" cheer.
Coach Rickle, another night off.
Coach Rickle home tonight?
Sounds that way.
Taking care of the family, I'm sure.
Taking care of business. 5-yard penalty. So we just went from 3rd and 12. How do you go to 3rd and 18? It was 3rd and 12, I thought. Wouldn't it be 17, Mike?
Well, Chris, you went to Kiel. I went to Manitowoc. Call it what you want.
Tudis, the lefty thrower, looking deep downfield. Throw it across on an in-breaking post pattern. And it will be incomplete. Coverage on the play by Mason Clark.
Mason Clark with great coverage, and it was not a penalty because
the officials didn't call it.
Correct. So the Pirates with a 3-and-out. 6:49 left here. And picture of Thomas here, I think, on the couch watching and listening to the game. So Thomas Rickle. Kid's growing up. He's taller than his dad right now, it appears. Doesn't take much. I mean, Thomas is at least 5'6" now.
Punt union it, pressure up the middle, and Bayport got a block on it. Tipped at the line, it's going to bounce forward, take a Sheboygan North
let it
roll
alone
across
now,
the 35.
boys. Let it alone.
across the 40, and the Golden Raiders will touch it at their 43. Blocked after the 3 and out. It'll be Bayport football with 6:38 to go here in the first.
So Bayport now with a short field, looking to go up quickly, 14-0. Wouldn't be surprised here if you see Cole Benson maybe go up top to Barry, or maybe Nate Forsteck down the seam, as Coach Westerman trying to work on just getting better, as he says, from week to week. Coach Rickle agrees. Thomas is taller than him.
Benson, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Quick comeback near side. It's going to be picked off. Intercepted. As the pass read by Lawton Weber. And the defensive back with the interception.
That was Cole just throwing it to a spot, and that spot happened to have a Sheboygan North guy standing right on it. If Sam just keeps running, he's going to be wide open, but North takes a shot and makes a great play, and Cole Benson throws his first INT officially, I will say, of the season. Last week, one unofficial one.
Trying to get things bright as possible. It's dark out here. As the Golden Raiders now, after a takeaway, send a man in motion. Tudis fakes the handoff. Now he looks for a late pitch. He'll keep it instead. And Max, the junior, across the 40 up to the 43, about a gain of 4 on first down.
A.J. Corshane on the tackle. A.J. another junior on that defensive front. So North with their first positive yards of the night.
Second and 6, under 6 minutes to go here in the first. Tudis sends a man in motion, comes back. And they're going to try to bring it around the near end. Get around 1, across the 45, into midfield, and into Bayport territory. A nice carry on the fly sweep counter by Lawton Weber. Just had the interception on defense. And Weber on offense. A nice carry, and Sheboygan North moves the sticks.
North with their first down, and a little misdirection. Bayport doesn't contain the end, and North now rolling into Bayport territory after that interception.
Golden Raiders in their white tops, white pants, gold and navy accents, white helmets. As Tudis to take the short shotgun snap. Take the handoff inside to the fullback, keeps it off right guard, pushing forward inside the 45. Another productive 4 yards on first down, Mike.
If you're Sheboygan North, you got to like it right now. Looked like they could go down 2 scores, but now they're moving the ball here in their second drive with just under 5 minutes left first quarter.
Again, Sheboygan North didn't score in week 1 or week 2. See that smirk, Mike?
Yeah.
Bayport with a giveaway. Sheboygan North, you could say a takeaway, whichever way you want to call it. Nonetheless, Tudis a pitch out to the right. And across the 40 and down to the 39. Just simple football. Ninehouse, the junior.
Could sense a little energy on that Sheboygan North sidelines as Big Mo has gone to the other side of the field.
You can almost see Bayport defensively. They're waiting for the guy to come to them.
I'm sure North is running something that Bayport probably hasn't seen from them in the first 2 games, possibly. Not sure, though, but Coach Krause will make the proper adjustments.
3rd and a yard, likely 4-down territory. North needs a 37. They're at the 38-yard line, trying to march from south to north here at Bayport in the first quarter. Fullback dive off the right side, breaks a tackle, and he's going to have the first down. Down to the 36-yard line. Severson tried to jump on his back. He shook off Keegan, and the fullback dive able to pick up enough for the first down. And we're going to move the sticks. The ball carrier, Jacob Fox.
Sheboygan North doing what they need to do now, which is shorten this game. That's 2 first downs on running plays, and We're at 3:30 in the first quarter. Bayport up 7-0.
I don't know why everything's so dark.
I think it's because the windows are fogged up and only half of them are open. The rain has stopped here at Bayport.
36-yard line, trying to fake handoff, pitch it outside again. And a nice hit by A.J. Corshane.
A.J. solid tackler for the Pirates. All alone out there on the edge, and A.J. takes care of business, 2nd and 9.
Open field. If you can get on the edge of Sheboygan North, going to try to break those tackles and get wide. Bayport Tennis with a 7-0 win just coming in.
They got a nice team. They beat South tonight 7-0. Watch them play Manitowoc. Victory, 5-2 victory the other night. Lindsay and Steve Mashesky do a great job with that team.
2nd down and 9, as Mike mentioned. Golden Raiders, after the interception, fake the dive. Nope, they give it on the dive. And off right guard, carrying a defender for almost 6 yards down to the 31.
Keegan Severson on the stop. So Sheboygan North, a little ground and pound of their own as we are approaching 2 minutes here in a very quick first quarter.
3rd and 4 at the 30.
If you're Sheboygan North, I think you're going to be taking a timeout here as they're having a hard time getting this play out, and they will.
Allow us a chance to remind you, no destination, sun on your back, 2 fists in the wind, and the horizon teasing you farther down to a great road. Vandervest Harley-Davidson of Green Bay can turn your two-wheeled fantasy into a reality. Visit them now at vvhd.com for the Bay Area's largest selection of everything Harley-Davidson. Vandervest Harley-Davidson's ready to help you find your freedom. 1:50 to go in the opening quarter of action, and Bayport has themselves currently a 7-0 lead.
Bayport comes down and scores in the first possession, makes it look easy, then gets Sheboygan North on a 3-and-out, and the Pirates are turn it over. As Cole Benson's looking for Sam Berry. North picks it off, and now they've sustained a drive here for 3 first downs, and we're under 2 minutes. 1:50 here in the first quarter as Sheboygan North takes a timeout.
Try to brighten things up. Here we go. Total reset of the camera. North at the 30. They need the 26. Send a man in motion. Tudis to take the snap, and he rolls out right. He's a lefty. Throws it to the opposite corner, and a hit in the open field. The completion goes to Samuel Ninehouse.
A.J. Corshane again with the stop, Chris.
That's a tough play, Mike. You as a lefty, rolling out to your right is obviously a tougher throw.
Yeah, I like that throwing, away from your body, though. I think you score up a little bit more on it. But A.J. did a nice job, steps up there. So now it's 4th and 5. But if you're Sheboygan North, you got to be really happy. Are they looking to kick a field goal here? They are trying to get on the board here, Chris.
A 37-yard line would make it a 47-yard field goal attempt.
Wow, you don't see this in high school football very often.
Snap the hole, kick to the uprights. Does it have enough? It does not. Not good kicking conditions.
If you're Sheboygan North, you're doing a nice job moving the football there, Chris. You haven't scored a point all year, and you've decided to try to kick a 47-yarder. Mason Crosby would have struggled from that range tonight in these conditions.
Just Ballou with us. Mike, you tweeted out that we're leading the Red Wings. We're not playing the Red Wings.
Oh, we're playing North. You can fix that, Chris. It's called Twitter. You can take stuff off, put stuff on.
All right, so we are back to a bright camera after shutting everything down.
Our camera person is now fixed that. That'd be Chris Learman.
Benson's going to directly go forward, then bounce it outside, try to reverse field. You talked about this on the first time. Cole Benson didn't have a carry. I don't know that I would risk any carries for Cole Benson tonight.
Well, he just risked one because he just took his first one. Cole's carried it a lot in the first 2 games. More in game 1, I think, than in game 2. So 2nd and 5 as we approach the last play, probably, of the first quarter. A quick first quarter.
22 ticks of the clock left and moving. Try to steady the camera. Yeah, much better. And a jet sweep pass. It'll be Cooper O'Connell trying to get to the edge. He doesn't have room there, and he can't get outside. He gets taken down. He does get some yardage to the near sideline, up to the 28-yard line, and that is where the quarter will expire. 12 minutes in the books. It's Bayport 7-0. You're listening to Bayport Pirate Football.
Welcome to Bell & Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, where we've taken the best of sports medicine and orthopedic care and placed it where the world can find it, in the Titletown district next to Lambeau and in a league of its own. At Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, we've made sure every aspect of your experience feels like a home field advantage, with elite care from the same sports medicine fellowship physicians who treat the world's best athletes. So whether you're an athlete who wants to get back in the game or someone who just wants to get back to life with less pain, Titletown is where your comeback begins. Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics from Bell & Health. We write comeback stories. Learn more at bellin.org/Titletown.
You're listening to Bayport Pirate Sports on NEW Sports Radio at newsportsradio.com.
If you kick it into the end zone, it's a touchback. However, if you kick it, it's a punt. A kick from scrimmage is considered a punt in high school football. So you can return it. Mike Willikett did that a lot. He would kick it from the 50 down to about the 5 with nobody back. And Coach Willikett, well known for the place kick punt in his day.
Montgomery off the right side. He's going to be taken down on 3rd and 2 before he gets. No, he's going to be up. They're going to say he never went down on the defender. And it'll be Montgomery on the right side, 72 yards. And Sheboygan North is not pleased on the sideline.
It was strange. I didn't hear a whistle, Chris. Obviously, there wasn't one. Hard to see if Tevin went down on that play, but all of a sudden he jumps up and starts running again, and he scores a touchdown. 72 yards from the sophomore, Tevin Montgomery, and the Pirates go up 13-0 on a very strange play.
You could tell it's not great weather because Harvey's up here a whole quarter early.
A quick trip close? So Harvey Knutson up here a little early. Obviously got through security. Pirates line up for the extra point. And the extra point is good by Nicholas Fitt. Nicholas impressive last week with 4 extra points. Nicholas pounds that one through to give the Pirates a 14-0 lead. Pretty decent crowd here tonight, considering the conditions. Chris updating his social media.
Susie Zeidler watching along with us. Well,
Susie will be listening at halftime probably.
Yep, they'll be all the ears and eyes.
There's no practice in here, Theo. We go right to the live stuff at half. Live pitches at halftime. So 14-0 on a play by Tevin Montgomery that we'll have to look at that one in replay. I'm looking over here to the coach's box, and I don't know if they have a replay up there or not. But
well, the new coach doesn't seem like he's too keen on the replays.
Nuge over there. So we'll see that one a little bit later on. But it doesn't really matter because the referee called touchdown, so it's a touchdown.
So I got to update the scoreboard. Boy, we got a lot going on here.
You know, Chris does it all. He does the social media, he does the stats, he does the camera. And I'm just pretty much hanging out here drinking water and telling a couple stories. Harvey Knutson in the booth.
Hey, we have the third headset hooked up, Harv.
Harvey doesn't like the rain.
Kick by Azur is going to go out of bounds. It'll be north ball at the 35. Thought we were going to get Harv's vocals ready. Official, we need the official calls. Rickle didn't know one thing last week. We asked him 4 times.
We asked Coach Rickle a lot of referee calls, and he didn't know many of them. So maybe you better stay off, Harv.
There's a reason why that crew has 3 weeks off.
Coach Knutson will be on at halftime, if not before, with Theo Zeidler. I mean, Chris, you got a guy like Theo on your team. You and I could have won a few games. But we'll talk about that later, obviously.
Oh, they're going to make him re-kick from the 35 now.
That's something we're just not used to, Chris. Bayport just done that once in their time under Coach Westerman. We gave them a hard time about that. And it happens to be the time they re-kicked it. We went quick touchdown that one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
The only time it ever happened for us. The commish.
Gary Sievert
watching and listening. Boy, talk about fair weather fans in this rain.
Well, Gary does it all.
See, now he would be having a softball game tonight on these fields. That's something you'll talk to Coach, I'm sure, about. They had one rain against Manitowoc. They had to stop the game because it was raining so hard, but they were able to continue.
Later on.
They would have never been able to continue had it been the traditional dirt infield. Especially on the old infield.
We'll have to get Gary Sievert on for halftime one of these times.
Yes, we will.
Give his insight into conferences and quite honestly, the shortage of officials. And we have a advertisement for officials during our broadcast.
From the 12-yard line, the Turf Monster is going to make the tackle.
Adverse conditions out there as the Pirates now come out on defense. Sheboygan North, nice drive last time, but then settled for a 47-yard field goal, came up a little short. And then Tevin Montgomery on 3rd and 3 goes 72 yards to give the Pirates a 14-0 lead. Gary Sievert, also the president of the Howard Swamico School Board.
Yes.
First down and 10.
Receiver left and right. Bring a man in motion. And up the fullback.
Fumble.
And the ball's on the turf. And Mayport thinks they have it.
So Sheboygan North had something going, and now it's going in the other direction. So Gavin Severson, the senior, with the fumble recovery, and the Pirates are jacked up as they bring the offense out again, looking to go up 21-0 here early third quarter. I should say second quarter, sorry. Otis Chambers listening out there tonight. Otis was going to show up, but a little rain kept him away too.
That's all right. He stayed overnight last week.
That's right. Stayed overnight at Notre Dame.
26 seconds gone here in the second, and it will be play action. Benson looking for a post pattern for Forstack, and a nice play by the linebacker, Kavontre Jackson, 6'3", senior.
Cole needs to give that one some air, as they say, as he could have lobbed that one over the linebacker. I don't think saw him there. And that ball's tipped, but Nate wide open down the seam. Same play you saw them run against Notre Dame last week when he took it down to about the 6-inch line. And then we were delayed because of rain. Jeannie Maney listening in, or watching and listening in from Three Lakes again. Great to have her listening in.
Second and 10, Benson, play action, roll to the near side. It'll be Brighter, the fullback, inside the 15. Barreling down inside the 10, and Sam down to the 9-yard line. 14, maybe 15 yards for single Bayport.
Same play, just flip-flopped it the opposite way. Brighter with 2 catches tonight. Good to see that part of the offense working as Bayport's knocking on the door and go up 3 scores here early second quarter.
Dante's grandpa and grandma watching along.
First and goal from the 8-yard line.
1 minute gone by here. Send O'Connell in motion. It'll be Tommy Hall right up the gut. Gets to the 3, pushing forward, trying to go through 2 arm tackles. Down to the 1, gain of 7 yards on first down. Cheryl Schmidt watching with us. Tell Nuge Grandpa Dan is watching.
We got to tell Nuge, Grandpa Dan's watching. Grandpa Dan's watching, Nuge. Grandpa, you got the message has been sent to your grandson.
He just laughed at us.
Who's sitting about 2 feet from me through a plexiglass screen.
Tommy Hall into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayport Pirates. The Kennedys watching along with us. Dana Black. Missing baseball after watching this, she says.
Great to have the listeners and viewers out there. Hopefully you're enjoying the game tonight. Chris doing a great job. Pirates take a 20-0 lead. Looking to go up 21-0. Just to let you know, it's a 35 is the running clock rule, but it's got to be in the second half unless both teams would agree that it should run earlier. I don't see that necessarily happening. But the Pirates right now take a commanding 20-0 lead with the extra point by Nicholas Fitt to come.
Theo at halftime. Is he playing basketball again? Perhaps.
Well, I think he might have told Coach Rickle no at this point, but I might talk him into it at halftime.
Hey, he was 6th or 7th man, real good off the bench
Theo
last
is
year.
A stud athlete, man.
Yes.
Great kid, too. Humble. You know, he's always smiling. It'll be good to talk to him at halftime. I bet you that's a little bit out of Theo's comfort zone. That's, you know, he's not that type of kid who probably doesn't want to talk about how good he is, but he is quite a player. And he's looking forward to big things again in baseball. And Cole Benson, also a very good pitcher for the Pirates.
Yes.
Should see some action. We'll talk to Coach Harvey Knutson about Cole Benson maybe a little bit at halftime today. Harvey stopped at Quick Trip on the way over. So he should be ready to go. He's energized and ready to bring it. Pirates 21-0. 10:23 left here, second quarter. A game that we thought would kind of go this way. Bayport scores in the first drive. North stopped. Bayport then gets the ball back, throws a pick then, and North puts together a drive, but decides to try to kick a 47-yard field goal in some tough conditions. That's a tough condition. That's a tough field goal if it's downwind in a tornado when it's 80 degrees in high school football. And they'll fumble, and Bayport recovers it. And now it's 21-0.
Kickoff will send North back to their own 1-yard line, and Slick Turf trying to get outside and taken down inside the 20. Flag will fly. Very nice coverage and tackle by Brett Shipley.
Shipley with a nice play there. He'll stay in and play some defensive back, it appears. Nope, Brett's going to come running off the field, and a flag on the play. I think that will be on Sheboygan North, which will push them back to about the 7.5, 8-yard line. No, it's going to be on the Pirates. Mistaken. Looks like 15-yard face mask penalty. So that will give Sheboygan North 1st and 10 at the North 29-yard line.
So free 15 yards. And North will.
And they fumble it again.
Fumble it again, and it looks like it's Evan Frenshu this time to recover. Number 1 it is.
North trying to make extra yards, hard running, and Frenshu gets the strip and the coverage. Looks like the young man is hurt on the play as Eric comes out from Bellin to provide his services. So North turns it over again on the first play from scrimmage. That's 2 plays from scrimmage and 2 turnovers.
Hunter Lorbeck is watching from home.
Hunter graduated last year. Good football player, linebacker for the Pirates last year.
The Celisons on the way to Duluth. Hockey never ends, I tell you what. Jennifer watching on the car ride, she says. As we have a timeout on the field for an injury. Allows us to remind you that you can combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish and some Chicago flair. You've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago style north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere, also down Lineville Road. Gallagher's Pizza, Italian food, and Irish spirit.
That sounds pretty good right now, doesn't it? Gallagher's
a little
Pizza.
warmer than this cold press box with the wind.
Harvey,
and
what do you
rain.
think? Gallagher's Pizza right now? Is that really some wings maybe with that? Maybe one of those roast beef sandwiches that they have on that buffet, Italian beef. Now, you're a big salad guy, though. Don't you? Most of your meals are on a salad, isn't it?
A big salad guy. That wasn't very friendly.
No, he's not a big guy who likes salads. He's just a guy who eats a lot of salads. It's a difference, Chris. You're a big salad guy, too, Chris. Have you ever had a salad, Chris?
Yeah, I'm not big into rabbit food.
Have you ever eaten a salad? That was honestly a serious question.
Looked at it once and
Did you?
turned the other way.
Chris, you're the one who tells me you could live on roast beef and white bread and butter.
I don't like roast beef.
Oh, what is it?
Meat and
Meatloaf?
potatoes. Meatloaf's pretty good.
You don't like roast beef?
Not a big fan.
What would you
Big
have?
Brandon had Arby's on the way into town.
Oh,
tonight.
Big Brandon staying at Chris's house tonight. Stood up in Chris's way. The man can dance. The man can dance.
10:08 to go in the second quarter.
So we still have an injured player down for Sheboygan North. Hey, tweet the booth. Text me. T-Bix listening out there. Never a game without T-Bix. Brendan Kennedy and the Kennedy family listening out there. Otis Chambers.
Trisha Johnson.
Nuge's grandpa.
Holly Linder.
I saw Mackenzie Johnson on Twitter today.
Elaine Crone.
In Stevens Point now.
Oh, yeah.
Playing soccer. Soccer tweet. I Pirate Prided that one like I usually do for alumni.
Alumni. Yep. That's the method that nobody really knows about.
That's correct. If you ever follow me on Twitter, only Pirate Pride the alumni tweets. Big Nags down to see Emma play tonight. Emma leading the team in shots on goal, but there's not of a goal yet. They'll come.
Well, that's why Big Nags is on the way down. So a fumble on a strip.
Getting a lot of texts up here tonight from people at the game, people listening to the game, people watching the game. So the Pirates will take over. 10:08 left here. Second quarter up 21-0. Yep, I know. You all been waiting for it. Halftime. Harvey Knutson and Theo Zeidler will be on with us.
Michael Plummer on clock again tonight with us.
Probably ask Coach Knutson about his baseball career.
Oh, boy.
It's extended halftime tonight, or is this regular? We have extended
Should be
time?
regular.
Coach Knutson said better be regular.
The Zon's back in Tampa, Florida.
I heard they were home.
Yeah, last Friday.
They didn't contact me for a little tour. Hopefully they came up here and checked it out a little bit.
They said that Eldry said that her and Steve got to look at the fields a little bit.
Nice. Excellent. Stephen Eldry, longtime Bayport supporters. Too many hours to count how many times and how much time they spent with our booster club and concession stands. And one of the reasons we have what we have today. We thank them for their time and efforts.
Send O'Connell in motion. Snap to Benson. Play action. Looking deep.
Oh, they got him wide
Cole
open.
looking down for Sam Barry at the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayport Pirates. Little pitch and catch, 35 yards from Benson to Barry.
Cole threw a perfect ball, and Sam Barry makes it look easy. The kid can catch footballs. His dad, Joe Barry, probably in the crowd tonight, defensive coordinator for the Packers. Saw Jerry Montgomery down there earlier.
Yep, Jerry had the big umbrella.
Yeah. Jerry, the D-line coach for the Packers, looking
Not
forward
taking
to
any chances with
No,
that.
he wasn't. He's not getting wet.
Now, is that a courtesy thing, though? You had a football
Have
game.
a big umbrella?
Well, to block the view of people behind you?
Well,
I mean, there's not that many
it's not
people here
raining
tonight.
now, so we're okay. So Nicholas Fitt on for his fourth extra point of the night. These are big ones now to get up 35-0 by half, and the way it's going right now, it looks like the Pirates are going to do that.
There's the snap, hold by Frenchu, kick by Fitt.
Fitt's looked impressive, Chris, here. He's got 8 in a row now for the Pirates.
28-0 our score. 10:02 in the second. Bayport's got 3 touchdowns this quarter, less than 2 minutes into the quarter.
Craig Bookinger here tonight taking pictures. Mike Plummer putting stuff on Twitter from the press box. I thought that was our job. Troy Frisk, he's up here too. You mentioned Jennifer Selson already, going to Duluth. Susie Zeidler listening in. She's probably nervous right now. And Schluter listening in. Coach Schluter's mom and dad watching from Kenosha. Congratulations to them as their grandpa and grandma.
Yeah, Jack.
That's outstanding. Jack, he was on our broadcast last year.
State baseball.
Kid loves baseball.
Jack slept while Joe was on air.
Yeah, Jack slept through the whole game. So we'll let Coach Schluter know we'll knock on the window here and let Coach Schluter know that mom and dad are listening in.
Azure for kickoff. 10:02 to go in the second. Run up and the kick. And back at his own 4-yard line. Retreating it will be
Watch
Hendricks. And he'll get up to about the 20-yard line where Sheboygan North will take back over.
You know, Bayport plays some of their best players on special teams. And right there, Gavin Severson with the tackle. I said watch out because Sawyer Stimson was bearing down on the young man, and Sawyer will hit you.
Notre Dame 42-0 in the first quarter at Green Bay East.
That one's probably over. I'm going to go out on a limb there.
Hey, we both got that pick right.
Yeah, we got that one right.
Tudis to throw on first down. Play action throw one deep, and it goes through the hands of the entire intended wing back, Sam Ninehouse, who's got 4 carries tonight. He runs just simply an out and up.
He was behind the defense. I don't know if Sam could have taken it to the house or not, but
now if he doesn't catch it.
That's exactly right. If he doesn't catch it, it's incomplete.
I think Ninehouse had some room to run and then some.
So now they throw it. 9:51 left here, first half. 28-0 Pirates.
Who's De Pere playing?
Tuning
Oh,
in.
Southwest. They're up 35-0.
Well, we've called it so far.
Yeah.
We're pretty good prognosticators tonight. It's going to
So
be all
man
down to
in
that
motion,
man.
and
we
the
got
ball
another
is on the
fumble.
turf again. It's going to be Lasecki with the tackle in the backfield.
It doesn't look like football right now, Chris.
It is.
It is, though. Thank goodness it's not muddy.
Have we figured out? I was told some number of just the savings on turf for laundry purposes.
Oh, no. Well, I don't know what number you're talking. Nate Forstek into the game on defense. Nate at right defensive end. I mean, I joke around with Nate a lot and really want to say is, hey, Nate doesn't play defense.
Oh, this isn't basketball.
That's what I was going to say to him. It's just kidding you there, big lefty.
North sprint out to the right side again. A left-hand
coming to get him.
quarterback. He'll throw in deep. He's got a man deep. Throws it up for grabs, and it's going to be incomplete. Over the head of the intended man, Lawton Weber again gets behind a Bayport defensive back, but a tough throw. Sprinting right, pressure behind you. It's a left-handed quarterback.
Hey, Nate was bringing it there coming from the other side. So nice play. And now they're going to keep Nate in there again. They're putting a couple wrinkles in here as punt block and things like that. Now Nate's going to run off, and JoJo comes back on along with Shipley.
Scott Roback watching with us. Gwen Hansen, John Wendlin, Kevin Wood, just to name a few. Great to have everybody along with us. 28-0 Bayport with 8:57 left in the second quarter. Bayport scored 21 this quarter. Jesse DeMille, hope all is well. Snap to this, move forward, up, and Azuri just missed a block. Of course, Shane's going to let it go, and it checks up like Mike's pitching wedge.
That's my 56 degree right there.
Back to the 32.
Or Mitch Meyer.
Yes, you want to see an iron player. Wedges.
Mitch is the man. Chris, I thought
In 2 Saturdays, that game better be in prime shape. Oh, Harvey's all worried already.
Have you ever seen Linderman play, Harvey? Don't worry.
We've been practicing.
Don't worry. All I got to say, if you're on the courts with Linderman, no matter where you are, you're in range. The man counts his score by the number of balls he loses.
Yeah.
He was 14 under when I played with him.
Minus 14.
Yes, minus 14 he goes.
Benson looking to throw again. 3-step drop. Throws a slant pattern to O'Connell. In and out of the hands of Cooper.
Pirates just working on some things right now. 8:43 left here, second quarter. Coach Westerman will play his players at least into the third quarter. We've seen that. I've criticized him quite heavily for playing them too long in games, Chris, and just doesn't listen to me.
Get the update that Freddie Peralta just back. A little shaky. They're down 4-0 already in the second.
Brewers playing well. Mitch Meyer, big Brewer fan. That's a joke. He's a Cubs fan.
Up
That's
the middle,
actually a joke
run
to be a Cubs fan.
For a different Bayport running back on this possession. This one, 28, Jackson Jaguar.
Nice run by Jaguar on that play. The
7 yards.
5'10", 175-pound junior. Definitely 4-down territories for the Pirates for 2 reasons. 1, we don't kick field goals. 2, we don't punt very often either.
We're not going to attempt a 47-yarder tonight.
No, we're not. I don't see that happening.
4-down territory, so maybe a pass here on third. Benson again, send O'Connell in motion, and it will be Jaguar up the middle. Trying to break through an arm tackle. Falls backwards. Forwards, but backwards for 2.
4th and 1. He fell forwards and backwards on that one, huh, Chris?
Towards his goal or his line to gain.
But he was falling backwards.
But he was going backwards.
Yeah, he was falling backwards, going forwards. Going towards the end zone, we could say.
Well, there's an end zone that way, too.
There is. Good point. Going towards Moose Creek. For those listening.
Towards the Mafia.
Oh, boy, here we go. We knew there would be a lot of downtime tonight, folks.
O'Connell in motion. It's going to be Benson for the second time tonight off right guard inside the 10 as he dives forward to the 9-yard line.
Pirates looking to get that magical 35 at halftime. I have a running clock in the second half, which gets me home in time for my bedtime.
What's bedtime?
Whatever time I get home.
What's a typical bedtime?
For me, I'm usually crawling bed by 9:30.
Oh.
I usually catch up on a little news, national, local.
Is there a station of choice?
I'm an equal opportunity watcher, so I'm usually a, Fox CNN guy. Just getting both sides of stories. Balanced coverage, as they say.
Jaguar on a option pitch out on the far sideline. Now, Fox, obviously, because they have a 9 o'clock and then.
Well, Fox, not Fox 11. I'm talking national news.
Oh, I got you.
Then I'll catch a little local news, maybe at 10 if the eyes stay open that long. But after that, I'm pretty much out. Then I'm up around 4.
4:33 this morning. Chocolate chip cookies were in the oven.
Why were you making chocolate chip cookies, Chris?
First week of school for some of the secretaries.
You didn't bring any to me.
First week of school for some of the secretaries.
I'll remember that, my friend.
From the slot, here comes Jaguar, and he's going to get it inside the 5. Hit and spins down to the 4. Third and goal.
Carries here doing a nice job.
We don't have Ross up here for a couple years now, so we're kind of short on pizza in the booth.
We are. Usually when he shows up, we got pizzas. Well, then we don't get any. Turn around, gone.
What was it, Susie Plum last spring?
Yes.
She brought up 15 dozen cookies that one game.
Ross had like 2 dozen. The guy does not get shorted.
Pirate package left side, Montgomery into the end zone. His 3rd time tonight, Bayport touchdown. 5:23 till half.
Kevin Montgomery from 4 yards away for his 2nd touchdown of the game. The score is 34-0.
So 34-0. The Pirates now lead. Big extra point here for Nicholas Fitt as the Pirates can go up 35, which means in the second half, if North does not score, this clock will be running, and we'll get out of here in a hurry. Halftime tonight, Harvey Knutson and Theo Zeidler, state runner-ups. We'll talk to Theo a little bit about kind of the game within the game of baseball.
Hey, let me ask you this question.
Yes.
Is he the first pitcher in school history to win 2 games in one state tournament?
I'd have to say yes.
I'm assuming
to
so.
that, due to the fact that the tournament wasn't played over 2 nights or 2 days. Back in 2000.
Back in my day.
13. My son actually won the first game. Then came in when they were losing in the second game, late because he had some innings left. Did not win that game against Stevens Point, so that wouldn't happen there. Maybe in the Ben Messenger era, possibly, when, not sure. They had 3 complete games in that one season when Marshall Zahn closed it out in the game 3. I think that Theo probably set a record there for the Pirates. We'll have to ask Harvey that. Another Sheboygan North player down. 5:23 left, 35-0 Pirates.
$35-0.
It's got to be tough. Sheboygan North comes out and, they're doing the best they can. If you just look on the sidelines, they have about a third of the players, maybe the Pirates do. And really played well there in the first quarter. Had a nice drive going. Thought they should have went for it probably on 4th down. And then after that, it's kind of all gone. It's gone south for them, even though it's Sheboygan North. And it's 35-0 now.
Now, a wise person in Shannon Piontek would have realized the rain's going to come back.
Got Harvey's son Brooks in my study all first hour. So
I thought he was an 8th grader.
No,
he's in
Brooks,
high school?
He's in high school.
Holy Christmas trees.
When both your kids are in high school, you know what that makes you as a parent.
Really old.
Yes. Not even kind of old. Harvey's wife, Amy, 20 years younger than him, Chris. Did you know that?
I did not.
No. Not many people. Well, it's noticeable, but not many people.
She maybe had the save of the year for us in that baseball game where she brought us the hot chocolates.
Correct. That helped us immensely. That could have been the difference maker.
Because that softball game, when it wind chill, it felt like it was about 36 in the booth by the end of that one.
A little chilly. So Sheboygan North players walking off to the sidelines, and they can ill afford to lose any players. 5:23 left here, second quarter, 35-0.
Sean Smith listening in.
Nicholas Fitt will do the kicking. You got to love the Twitterverse, don't you? The Twitter machine.
Oh, goodness. Comments that we can get in sometimes. They make a night. Nice.
Oh.
Jaguar on the tackle.
Jaguar's doing it on both sides of the ball right now. $35-0, 5:20 left here, second quarter.
Ben Bennon just finished his 3rd cookie.
Ben cuddling up with Kathy, I'm sure, on the couch.
Kathy got off of work right to go up north.
Well, they're
they
up
stopped
there.
over and grabbed cookies when we weren't home.
Did they really? Wow. Yeah, they tell me every time they listen in, they're cuddling up. Fireplace usually on.
Azure late on the field, and it's going to be a fullback give up the middle for Sheboygan North anyways, a gain of 1.
Ben gives quite a foot massage. It's clever. Didn't know that till this week. $4:50 and counting here in the second quarter, 35-0 Pirates.
We are nearing
Second and 9. Get us to halftime, somebody.
Actually, tonight I thought Cole was going to be a fair weather fan, and we were going to have Cole in the booth.
Oh, good call. We could have had Cole Van Laden here. Packer member now, practice squad. Good
I was
for
talking
him.
Chris Narich.
Oh.
Reverse.
Seen Cole a number of times in the halls of Bayport.
We're going to have to get Cole Van Lanen before the year's over as well.
And maybe we'll get Joe Barry, Cole Van Lanen, and Jerry Montgomery in the same night.
He could spread that out.
He could. Won't be any Harvey Knutson and Theo Zeidler, let me tell you.
Speaking of halftime interviews, our state champ that just committed this week.
Oh, yes. Sydney Aird.
Yes, she did. Sydney Aird committed to Northern Iowa.
Northern Iowa. Retweeted that one. Sydney, great swimmer. Great person. Great student. Shout out to her. So our brother Nathan today.
Pressure from the backside, throw far, and it's going to be incomplete off of the hands of the intended Brandon Schoen. And Devontre Jackson.
4th and 9, and Sheboygan North will have to punt. Watch out here for the Pirates. A possible punt block or return by A.J. Corshane. Pirates simply dominating tonight's game, kind of as expected. Sheboygan North put up a good fight there in the first quarter, and now it's simply been all Bayport here in the second quarter.
They were driving, quite frankly, that looked like maybe a drive to tie the game?
Correct. Decided to kick a 4th and 4, decided to go for a 47-yard field goal.
Kicked it 41 yards.
He did, into the end zone for a touchback. So now we got a timeout by Sheboygan North. So the game that was cruising along at record pace is now slowed down to snail's pace.
Halftime from Green Bay Preble, Pulaski 14-0.
Ooh. That's a little surprising, Chris, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought Pulaski would be further ahead, but Preble's just not good. That'll be senior night. We'll have that week 9.
That game will be here?
Hence why it's senior night.
That's right. That's why they probably have senior night. Usually you're home when you have that. It's weird when you have it on the road.
Harv, join us for the entire rest of the game.
It's really uncomfortable when you have senior day in the road. And no parents are there. It's kind of
especially in the games when road teams fans weren't allowed. During
they
the
weren't
COVID.
allowed in. Yeah, that really was uncomfortable.
Tudis to do the punting, and it's a fake throw to the near side flat, and a broken tackle and a first down, Sheboygan North.
They're bringing out the trickery. So,
Golden Raiders.
You'd think the Pirates have a better idea after they call timeout that maybe they're thinking about faking it. However, they didn't. So 3:40 now, and it'll be first down, Sheboygan North. Give them credit. They're still battling, wanting to get something on the board here. They have not scored now in 9.5 quarters. Joe Kleva in the house tonight.
North throw to the far side and incomplete. I think the punter throws have been completed as much as the rest.
Yes, Bayport, nice coverage there as they remain with their first team defense in. Bayport will kick for the second half. Good crowd here tonight, though.
Yeah, not bad.
Weather is raining pretty hard at the start of this one. Skies have parted, and it's a nice night for football.
Sheboygan North as they near the Bayport 45. Tudis sprint out the far side. Azur from behind. Throw down field and an incomplete pass.
A.J. Corshane batted that one down or knocked that play up a little bit.
Assuming Theo knows he has to come up here at half, Harv.
Does Theo think we're coming down to the track for him, or what's going on? He's over on the field. He's over on the baseball field taking some BP. Maybe we'll just let Harv interview Theo.
In their prime, Harv or Theo. What's Theo's answer?
Yes. There's.
Can he strike him out, you think?
Oh, no question.
Harv couldn't touch above 65.
That's a good question for Theo tonight. If Coach Knutson stood in the box, that's what's coming if I remember it now.
Dive up the middle, and Stimson will bring down the ball carrier. A gain of 6.
You got to think if they just fake the field goal on 4th and 9, they're going for it on 4th and 5. 20 yards further up the field is Tevin Montgomery. Comes off. Tevin's had some shoulder issues.
Hey, the Shevchiks. Ryan's birthday tomorrow, Jamie told me today.
Well, Ryan, probably I'd say, 29? Maybe hit 30. Happy birthday to Ryan.
Punt unit again. Do you have a second fake in the bag?
You have to think so. If you faked it before, why you'd have to fake it now.
Bayport does have one man back, and now they're going to run up offensively. Under center, which they've literally not done all game long. Trying to get Bayport to perhaps jump off sides. They do not. .226 till halftime yet. Yes, this had been a long second quarter.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Did you take time on this one before the quarter? Oh. It's past 8 o'clock, and the way the first quarter went, I thought we were going to be real quick.
Congratulations to Will Pluker. He got engaged. Is that correct, Will? It is. Jenny Anderson, Bayport graduate.
She hates Jenny.
What?
She hates being called Jenny.
Jennifer Anderson. Well, sorry about that, Jennifer. I'm reflecting on high school now. I'm thinking, I think I always called her Jenny. So, Will, do we have a date?
Yeah.
We do. Next weekend? Wow, that's pretty quick.
Get Hanson in on that one. The same date.
What is the date, Will?
July 23rd.
July 23rd. I was. Mine's July 24th.
Uh-oh. Golf outing weekend next year.
I better change that.
4th and 3, and North's going to bring back out the offense. Bring a man in motion around, fake the pitch, roll out back to left, looking in the flat. Tudis has got a man, and it's a first down. There is a flag in the backfield, and we'll see if this one is coming back.
It's got to be a holding call in Sheboygan North. You feel bad for them. But it's the only possible call that could be made right there, and it's a holding call. I kind of feel bad for him.
Fake the pitch right, roll out to his strong side, gets a man in the flat. Well-designed play.
Now, Coach Knutson, I think that would be a point of spot foul, correct? Holding? Or is that from the line of scrimmage? From the spot of the fall. So you take it 10 yards back from the 44-yard line. It'll just go to the 34-yard line. And now it makes it. Some of the Bayport parts wonder if they should decline it. I don't think they realize that they just completed it for a first down.
Oh, boy.
And now it's 4th and 20.
Back him up. Dan Van Stratton with us. Little UWGB games on the pitch. Sharon DeGroot with us. Andrew Pedlasik.
A lot of listeners, viewers out
Kathy
there.
said they also have a fire going.
I said that already. I think I mentioned that. Like psychic.
Snap move forward, and the holding is going to negate a try from Sheboygan North.
Now, this is interesting. You know me with Coach Westerman. I would say here, just take a few knees, Coach. Let's get to the.
And he's going to tell you we have to practice the
2-minute drill.
Yes.
Yes.
2:03 till half.
Yep. So you're going to see the Pirates try to move the football here and score a touchdown. I really don't blame them for that. I mean, that's a legit reason. I'm just kindler and gentler. Once again at half, Call your friends, call your neighbors. It's Harvey Knutson and Theo Zeidler on at half.
We're going to check if Mark Hewson's coming along next week because we're trying to get Eric on at half. Tyler's got another wedding.
You getting married again? Tyler just got married last weekend.
Hall trying to break it outside. A nice open field tackle after a gain of 5 for Tommy.
Went to the Packer Hall of Fame banquet with Mark Hewson last night. Thank you to Bellin. Bud Selig spoke last night. Outstanding. Talking about his relationship with Bob Harlan during that time when the Packers no longer were going to play in Milwaukee. Both teams trying to build a new stadium. Packers rebuilding their stadium, Miller Park, and gave some great insight on that type of arrangement that the Packers and the Brewers both have.
Shotgun snap to Benson. Play action, looking flat. Now it looks deep, looking for Forstick. Downfield, and he's going to go up and make the grab inside the 35. Nate Forstick down to the 32.
Catched by the big left-hander. Nate, he told me he was going to make one catch like that today. I said, outstanding. Nate, great kid. He razz him a little bit. He razzes me back, all in good fun. But great catch by Nate. Jesse Wilchis listening out there. Coach K is pretty nervous regarding the interview. And he's going to pick Theo in that matchup. Whoa. How about a poll question on Twitter?
We can set that up. Does Harvey have Twitter?
Harvey has Twitter. Yes, he does.
I can't remember what his handle is. We can.
Tommy Hall down to the 9-yard line, and now another timeout for. I'm not sure why. Timeout Pirates with 54 seconds left.
Jesse, give me
That'd be
his
quite
handle.
a poll question.
We can create the poll question. Now, I have no doubts that Harvey's not going to lay off the high fastball.
The high heat? I don't know. He's a lefty. I've seen him play. Saw him play some fast pitch softball.
I heard he can turn on it.
He could turn on it, and he played shortstop. And Harvey's a big man, but he's pretty nimble out there. So it'll be interesting. We'll have a little discussion there, and we'll have to ask how Theo would have pitched him. Just high heat or a little off-speed stuff? Or
it's a good question. Timeout Bayport with 54 seconds till half. 35-0.
Bayport, like I said, they're not going to take a knee here. They're going to attempt to continue to try to score in this first half to go up 42-0. So Bayport goes up 7-0, and then stops Sheboygan North. Then Bayport turns it over by interception. North makes a nice drive, and after that, it's been all Bayport.
Hall is the deep back, 2 yards behind his QB. Play action. Nope, they're going to give it to him. Hall up the middle, plunging forward inside the 5, down to the 1. Tommy Hall.
No need to take a. No need even to hurry up here if you're the Pirates, but they do go hurry up.
Bring a man in motion. Hall pushing forward off right guard towards the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayport Pirates.
So Bayport extends their lead to 41-0 here in the first half.
.41 points on the first half scoreboard. Next week we get back to volleyball. Home match next Thursday.
Volleyball team should have a good season this year, I think, Chris. Talent there. Some kids also have moved into our district who are quite some players.
So we will have volleyball Thursday, football Friday from West De Pere. And do you know who golfed today, Mike?
Well, the FedEx Cup.
I am going to give you a guess as the message is into the broadcast.
Well, I would probably think Mr. Ripley.
Jason Ripley. Welcome in, sir. 42-0. Hey, there he is.
Theo Zeidler in the house. Now, Theo, I want to let you know this. Your coach, Knutson, came up really early. He wanted to know the questions. We didn't give it to him, though. So he's a little nervous, it seems. Like he's up here pacing back and forth. He's been at Quick Trip already. Everything's set. He's ready to go. Yep, got to have that. You know that. He's well known for his quick trip. Every day, Theo says. So your mom's listening too, you know, Theo. She is? Yes. So mom or dad, who do you like better? just teasing you there, Theo. We'll have fun with you in a little while. At halftime, Harvey Knutson and Theo Zeidler, coach and player of our state runner-up WIA baseball team.
Return to the 34 abouts. 27 seconds left till half.
A long second half, Chris. This half is 50 minutes.
Second quarter.
Second quarter.
Second half's going to go real quick.
Second half should be pretty quick, yes.
We should be out of here in a half hour.
Well, 12 minutes plus 12 minutes plus 1 minute. Maybe a score in there somewhere to stop it. Hopefully nobody gets hurt, and hopefully no one calls a timeout.
Theo ever play football?
I did up until I played through 7th grade.
Through 7th grade.
Actually talked to his mom about that when I met her at Matt Perry's graduation party this summer. Theo, did you know that?
I saw you there.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a play or two before half for Sheboygan North. Tudis going to sprint out left side. Rolling, throws into a wheel route, and it will be incomplete.
And the quarter continues.
We incorporated the video for baseball this spring, something new. I don't know if Harvey ever took our advice from our broadcasts, but
we'll have to ask him if he's ever listened to our broadcast when he goes home. Harvey claims he's watched it a few times. Let's not use all the material here, Chris.
We use video all spring, Harvey.
JoJo on a blitz.
Lets one go, throws it up, incomplete.
So North trying to make something happen here down 42-0.
Harvey doesn't call the call for what pitches are going to be thrown, but Mike has some choice words for that too. Yep. Yeah. Hopefully Jeff didn't go back and listen.
You know my pet peeve with pitching, right? Now Theo's always good at that. Well,
don't waste pitches.
Theo would waste too many. You know, all of a sudden he gets up 0-2, starts nibbling a little bit. All of a sudden it's 3-2.
He throws a no-hitter. He walked 3 guys in an inning.
Yes. I mean, you get the 90 pitches in a hurry if that's the case.
Carry off left guard, and this should end the first half. 42. Yes, we are going to get to the half. We'll step aside and take a break as it is halftime from Bayport High School. 42-0. You're listening to Bayport Pirate Baseball is coming up at half.
Synergy Sports Performance is your local athletes training facility. We build for speed, agility, and physical strength to make them better on the field. And we build character to make them better off the field. Work out with us at synergyfields.com.
Do you have spirit wear to support your team? Do you have apparel to let everybody know who you work for? Team Apparel has you covered. Team Apparel is a leader in screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, trophies, plaques, and awards. With its in-house production, Team Apparel provides fast, quality service at a great price. Let Team Apparel work for you in promoting your business and organization. Visit Team Apparel at North Military Avenue, Green Bay, or at teamapparel.com. At Team Apparel, quality is what we sell you. Service is what we give you.
Townline Pub and Grill. Looking for a place to grab some food? Stop at Townline. Taste the mouth-watering burgers, gourmet pizza, and endless appetizers, offering a casual atmosphere and a lively feel. Why not stop in on the way to the game? Grab a bite to eat after the game, too. A night out, a group gathering after a sporting event, or even a birthday. We want to thank you for your patronage. Townline, where the people come for the food and stay for the fun.
You're listening to Bayport Pirates Sports on NEW Sports Radio at newsportsradio.com.
We are back at Bayport High School at the half. It's Bayport 42, Sheboygan North 0. The Pirates came out, scored right away on the first drive, and Sheboygan North then turned it over. Bayport got the ball back, threw an interception. North had a chance to put some points on the board for the first time this year. They weren't successful at that, and Bayport has then come back and dominated this first half. 42-0 at halftime. Now, this is a much-anticipated interview. Usually we don't talk about it that much, but Coach Knutson was up early in the first quarter asking about what are you going to ask me and all these types of things. And so we are joined by Coach Harvey Knutson and Theo Zeidler. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach, we'll start with you. We'll start with the elder statesman. Talk to me about your first year as head coach of a program that's been pretty good over the years. You've been part of this for some time, and you're following Mike Simon's footsteps. And talk to me about what that felt like, and were you nervous or not, or what were the feelings that were going through your mind before the season started?
Well, yes, nervous, and following big footsteps, obviously, and coached with Coach Simons for a long time, and was a great mentor, and learned a lot, but definitely was nervous.
So how good do you think you were before the season started? I mean, it's hard to tell. You know, it's COVID-related. Haven't seen a lot of these guys play. You know, going into the season, you're a pretty humble guy, so you're not one of like. You ask Coach Rickel that question. He usually says, "We'll probably win the conference championship."
Oh.
That's usually not your style. But in your back of your head, what were your thoughts at that time?
I knew it was a very good group, not just the seniors, which was amazing. There was 15 seniors that have played together for a long time and played a lot of baseball, and they had been very well coached coming up through the program, and they really worked hard. Trained a lot, so I knew they were going to be very solid. And then some, underclassmen. I shouldn't say underclassmen, but all the juniors too. Knew a lot about them. But they, last time we saw them play for the most part, they were freshmen. So you didn't quite know what to expect, other than some good talent and some good kids.
But you knew they were coached pretty well because Mark Hebert coached
Absolutely.
them through those developmental years. And
Yeah.
talk about how important that is for a program, youth program, and being well coached fundamentally at those stages. And then when the kids are turned over to you, how important is that for you as a head coach?
That makes it a lot easier when those guys are coached in that. With this group, there wasn't much we had to go over. They knew it. Like you said, Coach Hebert had been with them for quite a few years, and he did a great job coaching on our high school team, and that same role on our high school varsity staff. So they were all learning the same stuff, and he just did an amazing job and stability with that group. They won a lot of baseball games over the years.
And then you had a really senior-dominated group. I'm not sure the last time Bayport's had that many seniors on a team, but always usually senior-dominated, but
Yeah.
really special this year with a lot of seniors.
Yeah, to have that many, 15, that could all play and have a role on this team, and they all did. I know I wish more of them got more opportunities than they actually did, but they all contributed at some point and played a very important role during the season. But 15 is for sure the most I've ever been a part of here.
Then you had a pretty good junior on your team also who joins us tonight. Talk to me a little bit about Theo as a player, as a person, and what he meant to your team.
Well, again, I knew he was pretty talented, followed him a little bit through the club level the last couple of years. Like I said, we hadn't seen him play since he was a freshman. Totally different player coming to us as a junior. Really grew, did some great things, but you mentioned humble before. Probably haven't been around a more humble player than in all the years I've coached with. I always made a joke with the coaches sometimes with some of the stuff he did was kind of just said that I don't think he knows how good he is. And he certainly didn't act that part, or he would never tell you that, and he just went about his business and had some great results.
Yeah, so joined here by Theo, and I really enjoyed the year too, because for some reason early on in the year I just started showing up in the dugout a couple innings every game, just trying to feel people. I didn't know anybody either. We haven't been in school for a long time, so it's hard to figure out how kind of kids react to you. But Theo, you're always somebody who was laughing and having a good time in there. So Theo, talk to me a little bit about the year, how it went for you as a junior playing with all these seniors. Let's start there.
Yeah, so when I came in, I really didn't know how I was going to perform as a position player because throughout the summers I'd always been a little bit better at pitching than playing the position. But throughout the off season, it just kind of got better, and did really well, and we had really good leadership with a lot of seniors. Logan Van Lanen, Matt Perry, Carl. Yeah, it was a really good year, obviously.
Yeah, those guys are fun to be around.
Yeah, for sure.
And obviously a lot of people have been able to watch you play, and you're obviously a very good player. But what are you thinking? Let's talk about pitching first. Like, you watch it and you get to see it, but when you're out there on the mound, what are the thoughts going through your head before a game, during a game? Coach Lutke's calling pitches. Van Lanen's behind the plate. You know, what are you thinking in your mind during a baseball game?
So during the game, just when I'm pitching, it's just always the next pitch, always the next pitch. Like, for instance, like with my curveball, I'll always miss high and in this year, where if I got behind in the count, I would just really try to pound the zone with the fastball then, and just focus on the next pitch, not get down on myself at all, not show my emotions out there, and just do what I could do.
Yeah, you were one of those kids out there. Give me the ball, throw it. Defense makes plays for you, great. If they don't, it's high school baseball. You threw it again, and I think that's what I was really impressed by you. Like, you just knew it was a team game, and you were just part of that team. Growing up, when did you know, boy, I could be pretty good at this sport?
Really, I always knew I was pretty good, but I mean, I really didn't realize I had like a chance to play at the next level until probably like for sure this spring, because I was throwing pretty hard before, like mid-80s last summer, but I really had like a growth spurt, and I put on some weight, and I started throwing a little bit harder this spring, and yeah.
So what does it look like for you now in the off season? Obviously, you traveled probably this summer and played more baseball probably all over the country. Talk to me about where you went, who you're playing for, and what does it look like now leading up to baseball next year?
So this summer I played for the JRB Rays, based out of Madison, Wisconsin, and we went to places like Georgia and Lake Point Sports Complex. Indianapolis has a really nice sports complex. And then later on this summer, I got invited to a few places. I went to the Kauffman Stadium where the Royals play.
Okay.
And I also went to San Diego right at the end of summer, and that was a really cool experience. We were there for 7 days. City was really nice. The top players in the country, so it was pretty cool to just experience all those guys there.
Now, Coach Rickle's listening, you know, and he wants me to ask you, you know, I know he said that you told him probably not going to play basketball,
Yeah.
but I think he's just grasping at straws right now because you're quite an athlete. You could play football if you wanted to. You could play basketball if you wanted to. You could pretty much do whatever you wanted to if you wanted to. But it sounds like you're not going to play basketball. You're just going to train this winter for baseball.
Yeah, I think I've made up my mind. Rickle told me if I change my mind, I'll tell him if I do change my mind. But I'm probably just going to really focus on training this year, getting better, and set myself up for college.
Yeah, Coach Rickle's a great guy. He totally understands
really
that.
is.
But he was texting me, like, if you got Theo on, ask him again for me, would you? So let me ask you a question. You know, Coach Knutson is quite a player. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Does he? How do you know that?
Oh,
Does he talk about it?
One of the practices over there at third base, sometimes he would take me aside and kind of talk about things. And I kind of heard most of his story from high school and college throughout the practices.
From him?
Yeah.
Oh, he would more of a self-promotional thing, like.
Well, I would ask him about it.
Oh, you'd ask him.
Yeah,
about it.
he didn't come out and say anything.
Well, how good did he say he was?
Well, he never said he was really good or anything, but I had heard that from the other coaches that he was a Hall of Fame softball player. So
fast pitch.
So let's say we turn on the lights right now. We warm you up. Coach K steps in the box. So first, who wins that battle?
I think, statistically speaking, I should win.
Because you're a pitcher.
Yeah.
So what would he, if you got 10 at bats on you?
I think since he hasn't picked up a bat in a while, I think he could probably put the ball in play probably 4 out of 10. Probably
put it in play, like not hit it hard.
Get a hit 2 times.
You give him 200.
Yep.
He bat about 200 against you.
Yeah.
That's pretty generous. I watched him pitch all spring, but
how would you go after him? Just high fastballs? What do you think?
Well, I'd start with fastballs. Yeah.
Up and in? Would you go up and in right away? Back him off the plate a little bit? No, but talk about Coach Knutson as a coach. I mean, you know, we could joke around, but he's obviously very successful. He coached my kids too as an assistant coach. My kids still talk about him all the time. So how was it having him as a head coach?
He's a great leader, and he always has the right thing to say. Like, I know some people, I remember Matt this spring, he was questioning Coach K's calls, but so he kind of straightened him out, which he needs to do once in a while. But other than that, he really connects with us really well. I think we have a great relationship now, and I really like that out of Coach.
That's cool. There's a lot of snacks in the dugout.
Oh, yeah.
I noticed that when I've been in there. There seems to be there's licorice.
Oh, yeah.
There's all these Diet Pepsi, I think it is. And
we got root beer barrels.
Root beer barrels.
From Coach Noe's dad.
Coach Noe's dad always gave me a few root beer barrels. There's always that good licorice in the back and the pretzels.
Yep.
So that's one of the reasons I go in there is for some snacks. Who's in charge of the snacks?
All the coaches. Coach Noe, Coach Wilchis, Coach Lukey, everyone kind of brings their own thing and kind of share it throughout the year and kind of gets people to calm down a little bit.
I should probably kick in a little bit because I was part of that. Maybe next year.
You're always welcome.
I appreciate that. Let's talk next year, Theo. How good? What are your thoughts with Bayport Pirates coming to this school year in baseball?
Obviously, losing 7 starters is going to be tough, but I think we'll find a way. We've got some good talent in our grade we had such a good team last year that a lot of our guys didn't get to play, but this next year, like Kai Miller, Isaiah Grimm, and then the younger guys like Cole Benson. I think Tevin will probably play this year. Well, I'm not sure, but
Cole's. I follow on Twitter you guys this year.
Cole's been getting really good.
Cole's pretty good.
Obviously on the football field and the baseball field.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to this upcoming school. Now, Bradley's your school of choice right now, and you're pretty committed to that. How does that work as a recruit? Could you change your mind? Do you have the ability to do that? I know you're not going to. I don't want to start any rumors, but a person could, right?
Right. Maybe if they weren't getting attention from the school after they committed, or maybe they're recruiting more of their the position that I am or something. But
you're pretty committed.
Yeah,
going to
I
Bradley.
have good relationships with the coaches and everything. Yeah.
Who do you want to thank? A lot of people are listening in right now. I know you want to thank Coach Knutson, but who is it that in your life up to this point, not only baseball-wise, but who you are as a person and educationally? Who are the people you want to thank out there?
Oh, really my parents, for sure, and my sister. Just my family really has really supported me through the process, and they always told me that I was going to be good, and I didn't believe it until a year ago probably, so yeah.
So aspirations I want to be a college baseball player, and then bigger aspirations than that?
Yeah, for sure. I think Bradley has really good development, and I think I have a pretty good shot at maybe getting drafted. I know this year they had 2 guys go in the 5th and 7th round, 2 pitchers, and that's my ultimate goal is to play professional baseball and maybe someday get to the majors. But
don't forget about the little people, Theo.
Right, no.
Like Coach Knutson and I. Figuratively, not literally.
I'll have him sign a couple balls before we send him
before
out
he leaves.
next
Could
spring.
you do that? That's nice. Thanks. Well, Coach Knutson, Theo, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Halftime, awesome job. I knew there would be. Great job, guys. Thanks. That's Coach Harvey Knutson and Theo Zeidler. Theo will be returning to the baseball team this spring, and so we'll take a break as we'll get back to the football game. It's about 4 minutes before we start. It's 42-0 Pirates at halftime over Sheboygan North. They're listening to Bayport Radio. Well done, gentlemen. That was great.
Anduzzi's, voted Green Bay's best bar year straight, is pumping out some serious fun. And hey, look at there, you're on the guest list. Live and local is how Anduzzi's roll. Phenomenal live music every week. Time out. Have you been on the patio at Anduzzi's? Full bar, full menu, full service. Inside or out, Anduzzi's is ready for you to come hang out. And with 4 locations, I'm not seeing a viable excuse why we won't see you tonight. Anduzzi's Sports Club, Green Bay East, Green Bay West, Kimberly, and Howard. Online at Anduzzi's.com. So what makes Anduzzi's so different? Come and find out.
Synergy Sports Performance is your local athletes training facility. We build for speed, agility, and physical strength to make them better on the field. And we build character to make them better off the field. Work out with us at synergyfields.com.
If a training run turns into a sprained ankle or spring yard work stresses out your shoulder, go to the acute injury clinic at Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialist. It's not urgent care. It's not the ER. It's the same-day orthopedic care directly from an orthopedic physician, and no appointment is needed. The acute injury clinic at OSMS is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., located at 2223 Lime Kiln Road in Green Bay. Learn more at osmsgb.com.
Hey, let's be honest. You know how it is. If you're a sports fan, there is no such thing as too much sports information. Well, that's just one of the reasons to follow Voice of BP on Twitter. We're talking live tweeting every Bayport broadcast. And don't stop there. Like us on Facebook, because when it comes to Pirate sports, the more ways to get it, the better.
We're back to Bayport High School where Bayport leads 42-0. We just kept talking to Harvey, and great interview with Coach Knuch and Theo Zeidler, and Theo's such a great kid. And like I said, I started hanging out in the dugout with those guys, and I really had a good time. And, you know, baseball, there's a lot of downtime, and it's a lot of team bonding, but that group was pretty special, so I appreciate them letting me be part of that this year.
Yeah, we've heard the umpteen stories of just the fun you had in the dugout with them.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome. Sheboygan North carries that ball out to about the 20-yard line. You'll have running clock here now as it's 42-0, the rule in high school football, 35-0, second half, and the clock will continue.
35 point difference.
35 points, I should say.
Yeah,
correct. Thank you for correcting me there, Mr. Learman.
Tom Hubin.
Tom,
dry household in Ashwaubenon. Thanks, rub it in. Oh, Mr. Knutson PE, that's his Twitter handle.
Mike Plummer mentions that Theo was a great halfback in Pop Warner. Not surprising. It's interesting. He talks about his parents, you know, and the time parents put in to take their kids to all these things, not only locally but all over the country. And the travel, it's incredible, and I know kids are very appreciative of that. So 2nd and 8 now for Sheboygan North. Chris is catching up on social media here.
See what games are going around. A late pitch. Trying to get the edge. Up from his defensive back position. A nice hit put on by Avery of Estrus. Junior defensive back.
Avery saw some action last week.
Yeah, he did. Especially Saturday. We had, as soon as Severson, you were down a safety, down a linebacker.
That's valuable as we get later on in seasons. Hopefully you don't get anybody hurt, but getting more and more kids some experience. That's going to happen in tonight's game. I'm guessing this defense will play one more series and maybe the offense one more series, and then we'll see backups. I like to call them backups because they could play at any moment.
Yeah, they're a snap away.
They're one snap away.
All right, 3rd down. We got to hold the camera always. Wingback goes in motion from right to left. Pitch out to there. Trying to get the edge Sheboygan North. They need 6, and I think they're going to come up with 5. Need the 31. They get to the 30. Sheboygan North, it'll be 4th and a yard.
You have to think they'll go for it here, Chris. Obviously, they're not going to win this football game, but they'd like to get a score.
Short of the first down by about a yard, 4th down.
It was a fun listen at half.
Yeah, great people.
Makes your job easier always.
It does.
Yard to go. Fullback. Give up the middle. I thought maybe an early start. Results in a Sheboygan North 1st down. Now, something that you didn't ask. How dominant that Sun Prairie lineup was.
Well, they lost that game, Chris. I didn't think I'd go there during the interview, you know.
I think he could have pitched.
Well,
it's interesting.
Gavin Roosh, 5 innings.
Gavin pitched
Gavin was
really
outstanding
well.
in that game.
Gave up 3 hits to the first 4.
And
they didn't have a run through
0-0 in the 5th. Remember, Bayport, a couple running errors.
In 1 inning.
They could have been up in that game. That's a totally different ball game.
Correct.
That's baseball.
Fullback dive again. Bayport trying to stay true up front, and a tackle by Sawyer Stimpson after a yard gained.
So clock running, approaching 8 minutes here, third quarter, 42-0. Sheboygan North looking for a moral victory here by scoring a point. They have not scored yet this year in 10 quarters.
Mark it a gain of 3 for the Golden Raiders on first down. They've gone to the air a few times, haven't completed all too many, but they've had some guys open. Tudis trying to get around the edge. He's going to be tracked down from behind, and a big tackle to be made by Severson. 36 on the
Brennan
tackle.
St. John with the tackle there. Good to see him getting some playing time. The senior. 6'1", 230.
Start down in 10 from the 35-yard line.
3-4 defense looking at the Sheboygan North offense. Play action, throw far side. It's going to be a completion. Upended across the 40. Grab made on the play by Ninehouse again. And it's going to bring up 4th and about 2 yards, maybe 3. Pulaski up 28-0 now. So there's not really Manitowoc 28-7. Actually, the only game that's in question right now, halftime score, West Appear trailing Ashwaubenon.
Wow.
7-6.
Did not see that coming. Did not see that coming.
2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Bring a man in motion. Bayport. Not going to jump play.
That's not
going
to
to
work.
be handed end around and stuffed in the backfield. Sawyer Stimpson with the stop. And Bayport will take over. Under 6 to go in the third quarter.
Clock will continue to run.
It'll stop on timeouts and scores.
And Pirates will come out with some of their starters. Cole Benson still in
I was
the
going
game.
to say, is that 13?
I don't think you're going to see Cole run it here, though.
Bring O'Connell in motion. And Jaguar gain 2.
Jaguar getting about 5, 6, 7 carries. You might see a steady diet of him, much like the game we played Green Bay West.
Pelican Drive, 17
Pelican
consecutive.
carried it 17 times in a row. Preston Pellegrin.
Did not result in a score, did it? Right?
Preston or Peyton? Preston.
It was Paxton.
Paxton Pellegrin. Paxton.
Right, his brother was Preston. Twin brother, actually.
I think so.
High snap.
I remember certain things. Oh, nice move. Tried to get away from him.
There's the first career carry for Bookinger.
Blake Bookinger suited up tonight. Did not know that Blake was suiting up tonight, so.
He's suited up every game, Mike.
Has he?
He's the one in warm-ups when the specialists come out and he catches field goals.
Oh. Well, Bookie with a carry. Blake's quite a player. Great, great kid.
He's got as many career yards as Lisa does right now.
He does. And Craig, I think. Craig and Lisa, mom and dad. Craig, a teacher here, science teacher, golf coach. Great to see Blake out there.
Power up the middle. Jaguar is going to be lifted up down towards the 20. He needs the 19-yard line. He's going to be right or rather the 29-yard line, and that's going to be enough to move the sticks. 1st and 10 Pirates.
So Jagir's going to come out. Bookinger looking to come back in the game.
Okay, now you get hungry to go in there if you're rotating.
Yeah, Book says, put me back in there, man. Coach Westerman says, relax, Blake. So now they're going to run 2 guys in.
Callis.
Bookinger and Carter Callis, 2 sophomores.
Callis is actually the JV quarterback, I believe. Wrestler. Pitch left. Bookinger trying to get outside. He gets across the 25, down near the 22.
Blake's got a little explosion in his step there.
Yeah, there's Lisa. Right?
Right? Well, yeah, obviously.
Get mom's athleticism.
Much like the Weber family through the years. It's all Colleen. John listening out there.
Isn't that typically always from the mother, right?
Yeah, pretty much. That's the case. That was how it was in my family, too.
Jagier up the middle, gets upended at the 20. Gain of 4. It looks like it's going to be 3rd and a yard.
So under 2 minutes here, 3rd quarter. Running clock.
Thought maybe we'd see Yvonne Riven.
We might yet.
Jaguar up right guard. Down to the 16, 4-yard carry.
Ground and pound here by the Pirates. Coach trying to get a number of players in the football game. Aaron Crumpus now in the game, wide receiver, junior. Along with Aiden Beth at fullback.
Bookinger 2 yards behind Benson. Pistol formation. Pitch out wide. Blake's trying to get the edge. Near side 15. Cuts up 10. Through a tackle at the 5.
Blake
into the end zone.
Bookinger!
Touchdown, Bayport Pirates.
Oh, that's awesome. That looked like Lisa all the way there on that one, Chris. So congratulations, Blake Bookinger, the sophomore, on his first high school touchdown. Hey, Blake's got some quickness, my friend. Blake dinged up a little bit early on in the season, but nice drive there for the Pirates as they go up 48-0.
Josh Rollback listening in from Suamico.
Josh, former offensive lineman for the Pirates.
From Leona, the Leeches up at the cabin as they try to make this 49. And here is Cole Deppler.
Cole Deppler with extra points.
49-0. Mike, I heard that you thought that Kathy and crew did so well, you're giving them Monday off.
I am. I'm giving the whole school off Monday. That's how good it went this week. Everyone can stay home on Monday. So, Chris, did you bring chocolate chip cookies for the secretaries at Bayport?
They didn't last that long.
Was your intentions to bring chocolate chip cookies for the secretaries?
They didn't last that long.
Yep, all of a sudden, huh? We know how this works. Who ate them all at the district office? Let me ask you that question.
57 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yeah. Yeah, run, but you can't hide, my friend. So Blake Bookinger, as the sidelines went crazy for Blake with his first touchdown, One more than his dad had right there. He's got a family record, I think.
I don't think anybody is more proud than Abby.
I would definitely agree to that. Abby's a little tougher than Blake.
A little muff inside the 15, and there are going to be Pirates to cover up the return man.
Maybe
they were
not.
there, but they weren't going to tackle him.
Looked like a game of electric football there, if you remember that old game where people just kind of buzzed around and no one fell over. And missed by several Pirates. As Troy Frist, the announcer.
Troy with the
says tackled by several Pirates and missed by several Pirates.
Touched by about 8 of the 11.
It's be the last play in the half.
Quarter.
Yeah, that too.
Snap to Tudis. Throws a seam route, and it's going to be off the hands of the intended receiver. Another nine house. End of quarter. 49-0. You're listening to Bayport Pirate Football.
If a training run turns into a sprained ankle or spring yard work stresses out your shoulder, go to the acute injury clinic at Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialist. It's not urgent care. It's not the ER. It's the same-day orthopedic care directly from an orthopedic physician, and no appointment is needed. The acute injury clinic at OSMS is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., located at 2223 Lime Kiln Road in Green Bay. Learn more at osmsgb.com.
Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill. Zesty's, serving up a full food and frozen custard menu. Now open right across from Bayport High School at 2639 Lineville Road. Offering a different flavor of the day, each day 11 until 9. Try their weekly special baskets or enjoy some of Zesty's awesome, fresh, frozen custard. Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill, the finest frozen custard in town.
Hey, Bucky's playing tomorrow. Badgers season opener.
11 o'clock, Camp Randall against Penn State. Should be a good one.
11:07 first is the.
Hey, I just want to announce to everybody out there, Kathy Leach, if you're listening, Chris has decided he'll be bringing cookies in next week.
If you come to work on Monday, you might get one.
Well, actually, he said that Monday's Swamico. No, Tuesday's Swamico, Wednesday's Howard, Thursday's
Do you
Bayview.
know how many schools are in the district?
Well, lots. I mean, you mentioned you gave it to the secretaries, didn't you, Chris?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, Lisa got some.
Okay, well, it's a lot of secretaries.
Cindy
my friend.
got some. Melissa, Betty, Holly. Run up the middle on second and 10.
I didn't hear Kathy in that.
Kathy got some.
Kathy who?
Bennon.
Kathy Bennon got some?
We already talked
about
this.
She broke in your house.
She went to our house.
She broke in. Let's face it.
Hey, let's talk about this, says Jamie Shefchik reminds me. Team captain
Alec Ingold. The Los Angeles Raiders. How about that?
Wrestled for Brad and Ryan, right?
Yes, he did. So
Dive
Alec
up the middle.
Ingold team. They play Monday night, don't they, the Raiders?
I think they do. Now it's week 1. Are there 2 Monday night games this week?
I'm not sure. It's actually week 1 next week. It's not this weekend, my friend. Right?
Oh, correct.
Alec Ingold, the first to score a touchdown in the new Raiders Stadium last year.
And Trent Noy won that trivia.
That's correct. He did. Nick Sellison talking about Tommy Hall and Blake Bookinger. He coached both of them. Obviously, that's part of their success. Love to see him out there. Nick coached him at Bayview.
Yeah, we talked about that when on the state run. And you talked about it with Harvey, that the success of programs starts at the lower level. Well, you look at
Pop Warner football.
Michael Plummer, and you start all the way down at those ages.
No question. I mean, the fundamentals of every sport, if you can teach it the right way and you have good coaches in place, makes the job so much easier for varsity coaches. And nowadays, varsity coaches are part of that. Mm-hmm. And you have to be if you want a great program. And you're fortunate in programs like Bayport where those kids stay with you. They're probably not moving unless mom or dad gets a different job. So for the most part, you got a pretty core group of kids that you probably know are going to go through with you during that time, and that's definitely a benefit. But Pop Warner football, flag football. I mean, just any ball skills or becoming a better athlete or getting in the weight room. Those are all such important skills if you're going to want to be an athlete, whether you're a male or a female. And Bayport and Howard Swamico does a great job in developing those types of kids.
Got to watch the camera work here.
Well, we're under 10 minutes, folks.
I thought that's your duty.
No, you're camera guy, you're stats guy, you're play-by-play guy.
Brennan St. John, second tackle from the defensive lineman.
The senior getting a chance to show his stuff.
Second down and 8 from the 46-yard line.
Nine minutes to go, 49-0. Speed option right side. Tudis has got some room across the 40 down to the 38. Third and a yard.
Yeah, now the question is, can North get on the board? They've been held scoreless.
What are you thinking on that?
What?
You thinking yes or no?
I'm thinking right now they got a chance. You know, but they've got to sustain a drive here, and they're probably not an offense that just can get 37.
Here come the stomping feet. Run left, broken tackle. And Tudis is going to have the yard line to gain the 37. That should be enough, it is.
So Pirates trying to get all their players into the game. Now we got some players in who we don't even have their numbers in the program right now. 17 in the game right now. Not on our program. Ethan Houle playing corner. Ethan the junior. John's son.
It's 35-0 now.
John teacher at Bayview.
Pulaski over Preble. That's kind of what we expected.
Kind of what we thought. Oh, and he
broken sack in the back, and Tudis is going to run down the left sideline. Keeps it near side, and then gets pushed out of bounds.
So almost sacked on that play. Coming through that line was
Randall Morodic.
Randall had a chance. Caden Lewis in the game. 6'1", 260, junior. Caden's worked really hard in the weight room. Along with Randall Morodic, like you said, Chris. Timeout, Sheboygan North. Well, actually, I think it's the delay of game, Sheboygan North. Actually, I think it's a penalty on Sheboygan North. Actually, it's a 15-yard penalty on Sheboygan North. Not sure what exactly that was. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Well, that makes it a little bit more difficult to get on the scoreboard here, as now they have second and about 18.
I was thinking second and 17.
17, 18, tomato, tomato, potato, potato.
What's the other one? Tomato, tomato, potato. Is there another one?
I have no idea.
Fake the inside handoff. Tudis trying to keep it off the right edge. And again, St. John is going to hold on to his jersey.
Brennan making a name for himself here in the fourth quarter.
And he tries to help up his teammate, Lewis. Halfway through and rolling here in the fourth. Third down and a mile. 5,280 feet. Tudis under pressure. He's going to air one near side, throws it up for grabs, and over the intended wide receiver. Ethan Houle in coverage.
Ethan with a nice play on that. No fooling him.
Aren't the Houle's twins, right?
They're both out there?
He's a twin.
Ethan is?
Isn't he? Or am I wrong on that?
I don't think so, Chris, but I could be wrong.
You got Power School, don't you?
I do. I could check it out. We could also go through all the kids' academic histories if you want. You know, we could. Maybe that's for next week. Hey, Jimmy got a C in algebra last year. He plays defensive end. You know, we could just get really good in depth there.
Ooh. Contact in the backfield. Throw down the far side.
got
of
him
the field,
open.
and a wide open man down inside the 15. And connection inside the 10. First and goal, Golden Raiders.
So now the question is, will they hold them to no points? It's the only story left tonight, Chris.
You don't have any more for
Nope,
us?
got none. Got nothing. We're all out.
Euchre time is come and gone.
The material's gone. So approaching 4 minutes here.
Debbie and Ivan Meyer from Minnesota.
Debbie and Ivan, what are they doing in Minnesota?
Oh, here we go. Emma Nagel, first collegiate goal.
Hey! Big Nags goes down there, and Emma says, I'll score one for Dad. Emma Nagel with the first score. As Drake defeats Southern Illinois. 1-0.
Naturally.
Emma Nagel's goal.
Naturally, Drake Soccer does not tweet out that they have a score.
Well,
no social media update.
Maybe Big Nag should take over that site. And Sheboygan North is on the board.
Touchdown, Golden Raiders.
Sheboygan North, after going scoreless in the first two, gets on the board here with 3:23 and the clock stops.
Little JT.
Justin Thomas? Justin Timberlake, possibly.
It's actually one of my favorite parts of.
Justin Timberlake's quite a golfer, though.
Is he?
If you don't believe him, ask him. You're a big JT fan, Chris? You dance to that at home, like in the living room? You got any video of this, possibly?
I don't know if you want video.
Maybe toss out there. Bayport Radio, a little video.
Holy, but that is why they tried a 47-yard field goal.
The guy kicked it into Moose Creek.
You found it.
Someone's got to come out with a golf cart and pick that ball up. I don't think we've ever seen one kicked into the scoreboard before.
Goodness.
My goodness.
That ball went beyond the fence that we can't reach.
It's in Mr. Weeble's bushes over there.
$49-7.
Couple people slow dancing in the stands here after little JT on. Actually, it's Bucky.
I see him turn around.
Yeah. Lisa and Craig Buckinger slow dancing out there in the 50. So having some fun here tonight. Great to have Harvey Knutson, Theo Zeidler on up in the box with us tonight. Mitch Meyer and the newly engaged Will Pluker. To Jennifer Anderson. Their wedding's this weekend, so we congratulate them on that. That's a joke, folks.
St. John. Not often a D lineman gets to return a
The man
kick.
is just
Is what?
carrying people down the field, Chris.
Trying to take over the bowling ball.
Bowling ball. Colton Huff.
Boy, those were the days.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like a long time ago.
Well, it was a long time ago.
On the ice, on the gridiron.
Was Colton a baseball guy?
Colton?
Yeah.
No.
He wasn't?
No.
Okay. He is now.
Here we go. Ivan Robles Nunez.
Hey,
at
Ivan,
quarterback.
great young man.
Handoff to Elijah Crone.
Ivan, backup quarterback. Junior played linebacker last year. Got some playing time late in the season. Got a chance to talk to Ivan a few times during the school year. Nooch is still taking stats. Grandpa and Grandma, he's sticking in there till the end. Guys looking up there, linemen. Waving. I think they're waving at me.
You think so?
Well, probably not, but Brendan St. John down there, he knows.
Next week from West De Pere.
Jake Lindquist down there, McDonald down there. The big boys are a little bit hungry right now.
So again, next Thursday, volleyball hosts Green Bay Southwest.
That'll be probably a pretty good one.
And here's Carter Callies. Wrestled at, 132 this past
Carter's
winter?
weighing in at 150. He's going to have to cut some weight.
Maybe not.
Well, if he wants to wrestle at 132, he's going to have to cut some weight.
That way.
Right.
A minute and 8 seconds ago.
Student body doing a nice job tonight, behaving themselves quite well.
4th and 4.
We got the little boys down there beating up on each other as one just body slammed one on the track. But they're all up.
Robles in the backfield. Is going to be stopped after a gain of a yard. That's going to be a turnover and downs. And is North going to call timeout? No.
I don't think that's going to happen. That was Elijah Crone on the carry.
Yes,
now
they are taking
North
a timeout.
is going to take a timeout.
Told you.
You got to like their fight. So North says, let's get on a roll here. Tries to get back on the board again, down 49-7, 29 seconds left.
So Southwest, or West De Pere. Never been there for football.
I have been.
Now, okay, here we go.
15 years ago.
Last time Bayport played West De Pere. Again, I'll have these stats for you next week.
Well,
who was the quarterback?
For us?
Yes.
15 years ago would be 2000. Jake Krause.
No.
2006. 15 years ago, not
2006.
2006. Not Jake Krause. Brian Richikowski.
No.
Who was it? I was at the game.
Momarts.
Eric Momarts, my neighbor.
Actually,
Eric could play. Eric could really wing it.
First score for Bayport was a 7-yard Eric Momarts pass to...
Eric Momarts.
Eric passed it to whom? Eric was the quarterback.
Eric passed it to... Oh, they're going to score another touchdown.
North is going to score again.
Eric passed it to Ben Warwick.
Bo Lefebvre.
Bo Lefebvre. Wow. Bo was a Green Bay West kid, open and rolled, and then his dad, Lefty Lefebvre. Coach for us for many years. That's why Lefty Strong is on the track in front of us tonight. Eric Lefebvre passed away from cancer, but awesome guy. Still have on my computer right here, Chris. Lefty Strong. This is my third computer. That sticker has gone on 3 different computers. Still sticking to it.
And again, we'll talk about these last week. Bayport had a running performance of a lifetime.
Josh Zank.
Josh Zank.
Yep, I was at that game. He had 365 yards maybe as they go for 2 on a fake. And now they're up 49-15, the Pirates. Josh Zank had 364.
366.
366. He had
on 12 carries.
Yeah, he had runs of like 90, 80. Every time he touched, he scored. And we lost that game.
43-33.
Yep, neither team could stop each other.
His runs were...
at West De Pere.
His runs were 75, 89, 76, 83.
Well, here's another trivia question, which is an easy one. Mike Willick hit the coach of the Pirates at that time versus...
Bill
Turnquist. Bill Turnquist returns home next week, where he won a few state championships.
Couple back-to-back.
The legend, 54 years. Now, I didn't share this story, but last week, I think we said this on the air, last week, Friday night, Bill, Coach T is crazy about.
Don't get him in trouble.
Crazy about footballs. if any local law enforcement's out there, please turn your internet off. But Bill climbed the fence at Notre Dame.
Now, mention he is
76.
I was going to say 70-something years old.
The balls were left in the trailer. He wanted to get them out to keep them warm for the next day. He climbed the 8-foot fence at Notre Dame to get into the trailer.
At 70-some years old.
Not suggested. The guy's a legend. He's going to go back to West Appear next week. What a story that is. There's the interview for next week. Pregame with Bill Turnquist.
Yeah, I don't think he wants anything to do with that.
Oh, come on. Bill's a great guy.
He didn't want anything to do with the state interview or talk. When Vincey,
we just
right?
won't give him a choice. I'll fire him.
Is he even getting paid for this?
I tell you what, he is here early. He works like crazy. Him, Dave Distash, does a lot of the work behind the scenes for this football team. And that's going to be your final.
49-15 from Bayport. We'll step aside, take a break this one down, get you home. Have Bayport 49-15 your final.
Town Line Pub and Grill. Looking for a place to grab some food? Stop at Town Line. Taste the mouth-watering burgers, gourmet pizza, and endless appetizers, offering a casual atmosphere and a lively feel. Why not stop in on the way to the game? Grab a bite to eat after the game, too. A night out, a group gathering after a sporting event, or even a birthday. We want to thank you for your patronage. Town Line, where the people come for the food and stay for the fun.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Wisconsin who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Tonight's Bayport football broadcast proudly supported by Gallagher's Pizza, Italian Food, and Irish Spirit. The Orthodontics, Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialists of Green Bay. Bayport Hockey Boosters by Advanced Digital. Vandervest Harley-Davidson by Anduzzi Sports Club. Synergy Sports Performance by Team Apparel and Specialties. Town Line Pub and Grill by Bell & Health, Titletown Sports Medicine Orthopedics. By the Press Times, your local paper and online source for Pirate Athletics. By Zesty's Frozen Custard Grill, the finest frozen custard in town. And by members of the NEW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club. 49-15 your final. Bayport Pirates, they improved to 1-0 in Fox River Classic Conference play. 3-0 on the season with the victory. And Mike, some final statistics quickly. Team stats. Bayport 345 yards. Sheboygan North finishes with 200.
Yeah, Sheboygan North played as well as they probably could. Bayport dominates the game, but a great night from Bayport. Great job by everybody up here in the box, including Mike Plummer on the clock. Great interview with Harvey and Theo. Had a lot of fun tonight, and hopefully you laughed a little bit when you're sitting at home listening. Thanks to everybody listening out there. Sometimes it's difficult when the game is a little bit lopsided like it is tonight, but had a great time, and we're going to go to West Appear next week, and hopefully the Pirates get to 4-0. So let's wrap it up here, Chris. Go Badgers tomorrow, 11:07 from Camp Randall.
So for Mike Frieder, I'm Chris Lehman. Bayport 49-15. They pick up the win in week 3. Thursday, home volleyball against Southwest. Friday, we go to West Appear for week 4 of the football season. Again, for Mike, I'm Chris Lehman. Have a wonderful evening, Howard Swamico. You've been listening to Bayport Pirate Football on NEW Sports Radio.